Welcome back to the second day session on this Microsoft Excel. Before starting today's session, maybe for a few minutes, we can have a small recap or review of what we learned yesterday. Recap. We'll see the recap, then we can move on to today's session. So basically in Excel, there are several versions available in Microsoft Excel. Could you tell me how can I find out the version of Excel? The version of Excel, you have to go to File, under File, you have to click on Account. When you click on Account, on the right hand side, it will show you what is the version of Microsoft Excel. You will have this subversion also. What is the version of Microsoft Excel? And on the top, where we can see your file name and your software name is available. This entire area put together, we call this as title bar. Very good. On the left hand side of the title bar, there are 3 or 4 buttons available. Save, undo, redo. This area, we call it as QUAT. The abbreviation for QUAT is Quick Access Toolbar. Today we are going to see how to use this QUAT. The QUAT use the whole area put together, we call it as ribbons. The ribbon, the first item, file node, that is called as Office button. Very good. Home, insert and page layout are all tab. A special tab will appear whenever you do some new thing. That is called as contextual tab. Very good. The tab here you can see this clipboard, font, alignments. These are all called as groups. Corner of the group there is an arrow mark. When you click on the arrow mark, a new dialog box will open. That is called as dialog box launcher. And all the other items we call it as commands. Very good. How can I hide or unhide a ribbon? Double click on the ribbon, or you can use the shortcut key Control F1. But some laptops Control F1 may not work. You have to press Control Function F1. How can I switch off that function key? Function Escape. Very good. One more shortcut key Control F1 will hide it, but I want to hide everything except the rows and columns. Control Shift F1. Very good. Same Control Shift F1 for unhiding it. And this one is called as name box, and this one is formula bar. Could you tell me how can I increase the height of the formula bar? Control Shift U. Super. And A, B, C, D are all columns. 1, 2, 3 are all rows. Where the rows and columns are meeting, we call it as cells. In Excel, we have exactly 10,48,576 rows, 16,384 columns. How can I check that? How many rows, how many columns, check. First method is increase that name box width and go to the leftmost topmost corner here, and you have to click and hold it. When you click and hold, it will show you how many rows and how many columns are available. How the rows and columns are calculated is by the binary method. It's as per Microsoft, it's 14th version. So we have to say 2 to the power of 14. And it's the 20th read, so we can say 2 to the power of 20. And how do we go to the last row is Control down arrow press, it will go to the last row. Control right arrow, which will go to the last column. But I don't want the column in alphabetical method. I want the column to be in a number way. How can I make this column in a number format? File, very good. Options, superb. Then formulas, R1, C1 reference style. Super. And I say OK, your column will be displayed in a number format. Once again, you can go to File. Once again, you can go to Options and formulas, where you can see uncheck that. Sometimes due to your screen size, your formula option may not be visible. So you have to go to File. Sometimes it may not be visible. You click on More. Under More, you have to go to Options. I'm going to go to the last cell to the very first cell. I'm at the last cell. I want to move to the very first cell. Control Home. Very good. And I want to go to the next page downwards. You can use page down, page down, page down, page down, function page down, or you can use page up to go to the previous page. But how can I go to the next page on the right side? Right side, how can I go to the next page? Left to right. Alt page down. Alt page down will go to the next page on the right hand side. Alt page up will go to the previous page on the left hand side. And this area where we can see the arrow mark area. This arrow marked area is called as Sheet tab. This arrow marked area is the Sheet tab. How can I go to the first sheet to the second sheet, third sheet, fourth sheet, fifth sheet? I want to move from one sheet to another sheet. We have a shortcut key. Control page down. Control page down will go to the next sheet. Control page up will go to the previous sheet. But we have one more method to jump between the sheet. On the arrow mark, there is a arrow mark. In the arrow mark, you can make a right click, which will show you all the list of sheets. You can jump to a particular sheet. And in latest version, we have seen a new feature. You can hide using the control key or shift key. You can select multiple sheets and you can make a right click and you can go for hide. But unhiding, once again you can make a right click, unhide. Once again you can select multiple sheets also here, which is not possible in the older version. It's possible only in the newer version. I'm going to insert a new sheet, fresh new sheet. Shift F11. Very good. Shift F11 is the shortcut key for inserting a new sheet. By default, this is available in Word and PowerPoint, but now you can get it in Excel also. 1 of 29. We have totally 29 pages. We are in 29 sheets. We are in the sheet number 1. How can I get this here? Right click. There is an option called as sheet number. So it will show you the sheet, but there is one more advantage. You have to click on the sheet here. On the right hand side, you will get the navigator button where you can navigate to a particular sheet. Okay, and then even you can go to the view tab. Under view tab also you can see the navigation is available. If you click on the navigation, you will get the navigation. And one more thing we did is the workbook statistics. The workbook statistics. How can I get that workbook statistics? Is first we have to make a right click and you can go to this workbook statistics. First you enable the workbook statistics. Then if I click on workbook statistics, it will show you the workbook statistics here. Okay, or else even you can see the workbook statistics under the tab called as review. Review key poningala and the workbook statistics no option. You know, some new features we'll see one by one. Okay, then by default, when I select some number, you will get sum, average, and count. But I want the minimum, maximum, numerical count. How can I get the minimum, maximum, and numerical count is? You have to make a right click on the status bar and you can enable the count, numerical count, minimum, maximum, and sum. Numerical count will count how many cells are having a numbers. Count will count how many cells are having a values, any values. But in latest version, we have an advantage. This value, after selecting this value, I want to paste it in some other area. You can click on that value and you can go to some other area and just paste it by pressing Ctrl V. Okay. Then, 3 types of view. Normal view, page layout view, page break preview. Page layout view is specific for giving the headers and footers. Page break preview is for arranging your page setup, printouts. And plus and minus to increase the zoom percentage, decrease zoom percentage. Our second method is you can hold the control key and you can use the scroll button, upwards and downwards scrolling. Or you can use the touchpad. On your keyboard you can see the touchpad. Using the touchpad you can zoom in and zoom out. Or we have latest version, there is a shortcut key for zooming and zoom out also. What is the shortcut key? Control Alt plus, Control Alt minus. Very good. So these are all the things which we saw in the introduction. After introduction is over, we have seen about a feature called as a fill handle. Whenever I type something and I press enter, my cursor will go to the next cell. Could you tell me how can I make the cursor to be in the same cell? Control enter. Very good. There are 3 icons. One is the doctor symbol selection. Another one is the plus with arrow mark, which is used for moving. In corner arrow mark, there is a plus symbol which we called as fill handle. When I type January and drag it, January, February will be filled. When I type Sunday and drag it, Monday, Tuesday will be filled. If I type first and drag it, second, third will be filled. But if I type 1 and drag it, only 1 will get filled. We have seen 4 methods. First, type 1 and 2 and select both and drag it. First method. Second method, hold the control key and drag it. Third method, when I drag this, you can see a small tag is available. Using the smart tag, you can use an option called as fill series. But I want to fill it a very long value, 1 to 5,000 or 1 to 10,000. What is the easiest method to fill this? Go to Home tab. Under Home tab, you can see there is an option called as fill. Under fill, series. And how do you want to fill the series? Row wise or column wise, step value and stop value. Now, can you tell me how can I select it from top to bottom? From top to bottom, I want to select it. Control Shift down arrow. Same thing, Control Shift up arrow. But I want to go to the first cell and last cell without removing the selection. Control dot. First cell, last cell, first cell, last cell. Okay, right. Same thing, I think you did a task, 500, 515, it has to be filled. Then, I want your company name in 3 different cells. I want to combine all the 3 different cells into one cell. We have a function called as concatenate, concat, text join. But the easiest and simplest method is increase the column width, then go for fill, justify. Very good. So you can use the option called as justify. But when you decrease the column width and justify, it will split. It will separate it. Combining means increase it. Splitting means decrease it. And control semicolon is the shortcut key for getting current date. But I want to change it to the date format. I think yesterday we have seen 6 shortcut keys. Before that, whenever I enter a date, the best way to enter a date is type the date, month and year. Date in 2 numbers, a month in 3 alphabetical, year in 4 numbers. But I want to change the date format. You can make a right click and go to format cells. How can I make a right click without using mouse? Shift F10. And a menu will appear under the menu. If you go to that menu, under the menu, you can see there is an option available called as format cells. But how can I go to the format cell straight away here after pressing Shift F10? I want to go to format cell straight away. Underlined letter. Just to press the underlined letter. Or straight away we have a shortcut key for format cells. What is the shortcut key for format? Control 1. If the underlined letter is available, you can use the underlined letter. If there is no underlined letter, then we can use first letter. Or you can use the right arrow, left arrow. And if you want to go to one box to another box, you can use the tab key. And even you can see we have given our own formatting here. DD, MMM, YYY, DDD to get our own date formats. Then control semicolon will give you the date. But I want to change it to the date format. I think we have seen yesterday we have seen 6 shortcut keys. Control Shift 1 is used for number format with 2 decimals. 2 time format. 3 Control Shift 3 date format. Control Shift 4 currency. 5 is for percentage. And one more thing, Control Shift the tilde. Remove the decimal places. Very good. So all the shortcut keys here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and tilde. When I go to the corner and drag this, only the date will get filled. I don't want the date to be filled. I want the month to be filled and years to be filled or weekdays to be filled. Click on this smart tag and you can say fill days, fill weekdays, fill months and fill years. Month means only month will change. Years means only years will change. Weekdays means only weekdays. Monday to Friday will get changed. So control semicolon will give you the date. Control Shift semicolon will give you the time. And there is one more method, equal to today. What is the difference between control semicolon and today? You can see it here itself. Yesterday we used control semicolon. The date is same thing, 10th September. But whereas the today, the date is getting updated here. It has turned automatically into 11th September here. That's the difference between control semicolon and today. And one more function is available called as now, where the date as well as time. Control 1, you can go there and change the format, but how can I update the date time automatically? F9. F9 is enough. Just F9. Whenever you press F9, your time will get updated. And you did a task on this. How to fill all the month wise, how to fill all the quarter wise, how to fill all the Wednesdays. After this chapter is over, then we have seen about how to separate a column. So we have to give, from the name, I want to get only the first letters. You have to give it to 1 or 2 example. And you have to give the example, 2 condition. You have to give the example on the next column, immediate next column. And your example should be case sensitive also, capital letter and small letters. Give an example, 1 or 2 example, then we can use the feature called as flash filling. What is the shortcut key for flash filling? Control E. Like this, you have to give a right example and press Control E, or go to Home tab, fill, flash fill, or go to Data. Under Data also, you can see that flash fill is available. Okay. Then, like this, sometimes Excel will give you some suggestion also. What is your output you want? If you want to accept the suggestion, enter. If you don't want to accept the suggestion, you can type something and Control E, and you can change it to capital letter like this. But when you enter a date or you enter a number I'm not getting a 0 prefix before a number. I want a 0 to be prefix before a number. What can we do to get a 0 prefix before a number? Control 1, format cells, then how many zeros we have to type? 1 0 less than that number of digits. Suppose I want 5 digits, so you can say 4 zeros and hash. Very good. Superb. So based on this, I think you did the task, how to separate something. And flash fill is not only for separating, flash fill can be used for combining also. And even you can generate an email ID. If you don't want the email ID, you can make a right click and remove the hyperlink. Or you can separate it something like this. You did this, how to separate it. After flash filling is over, based on the sales, I want to calculate what is my sales percentage. Select the sales column, then we can go to Control Q, quick analysis. Under Control Q, you have to go for totals. Under total, 2 types of total. Sum, average, count, percentage, running total. One is for row wise, another one is for column wise. The blue color is for row wise, yellow color is for column wise. We calculated the percentage, we calculated the cumulative percentage. You did the task row wise percentage, and another one is we did a task by column wise percentage also. Then select the range. Could you tell me how can I select the entire column? Control entire column. Control space bar. Entire row. Shift space bar. Control shift space bar will select the entire table. Second time, entire sheet. Very good. And I selected the range of cell. I selected range of cells. Same Control Q. You can go to formatting where we can see greater than. Yesterday we did this greater than 1000. I have given a color. But between 500 to 1000, I want to give a different color. Unfortunately, in Control Q, that option is not available. So you have to go to Home tab. Under Home tab, you can see conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, where we can see greater than, less than, between, text containing is available. But how do I go to that Home tab, conditional formatting without using mouse? Alt. So you have to press the Alt key. H for Home, and the conditional formatting is L, highlight cell rules is H, and between is B. How can I modify the conditional formatting? Conditional formatting, then we can go to Manage Rules. If you don't want the conditional formatting, you can clear it, or you can go to Manage Rules and you can delete the rules also. Correct? And even we have seen how to find the duplicate values in the conditional formatting. Conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, duplicate values. But I want to delete the duplicate values. Before deleting a duplicate values, you have to select the table. How can I select the entire table? Control Shift star or asterisk is the best method to select the entire table. Then go to data. Under data, we have an option called as remove duplicates. Select all and say OK. All the duplicate values would have been removed or deleted. Okay. Then, and we did this one, top 10, bottom 10. We did a data bars. Negative should be in a color, positive should be in a color. And we did the color scales. After doing the color scale, you can sort the table ascending or descending, largest to smallest, smallest to largest. Green will turn into yellow, yellow will turn into red. So like this, you can do some color scales. And even you can apply the icon sets also. Conditional formatting, icon sets. Even you can modify the icon sets. 3 icon means 33, 33, 34. 4 icon means 25, 25, 25 based on percentage. But if you want to manually change it, you can go to conditional formatting, manage rule, edit rules, and you can change it here. Change your conditions. And in the same conditional formatting, I believe you did some task. I want to bring the last week, this week, next week. And I want to put the top 10, bottom 10, above average, below average, colors for color scales, data bars, icon sets. So we have seen so many. You did it as a task. How can I get emojis like this? Windows dot. Then we have seen based on a cell how to draw a chart, mini chart. Instead of going for a bigger chart, select the table. If you go for a bigger chart, I think it will not solve our purpose. So instead of drawing a bigger chart, I can draw a mini chart. Select this range. Then we can go to Control Q. Under Control Q, you can go to Sparklines, there are three types of sparkline: column sparkline, line sparkline, and win and loss sparkline. When you click on the sparkline and you can copy the sparkline, on the topmost you will get a contextual called as sparkline, where you can highlight the high point, low point, you can change the color of the point, you can change the axis, we can put the axis for this sparkline also. But unfortunately the control Q will create a sparkline on the next immediate column. But I want the sparkline in some other column. Go to insert, under insert you can go to sparkline. Now it will ask where you want the sparkline. Where you want the sparkline, you can select the location. What is the difference between line is okay? What is the difference between the column and win and loss? Bar size. Based on the value, the bar size may increase or decrease if it is a column. But whereas if it is a win and loss, the height will be same as it is. How can I delete the sparkline? Select the sparkline and you can go for sparkline. Under sparkline, you can click on clear sparklines. Then you did a task in sparklines, how to draw multiple sparkline. And the last and final chapter is, instead of going for a VLOOKUP, we have used a new feature called as XLOOKUP. Only three things are required in XLOOKUP. The first one, as of now, we are going to see further more options today also. First one is the lookup value. Lookup value means which is your input, comma, lookup array. Where is that input cell on your source table, comma, return array. Return array means the range which you want it as a output. But be careful while selecting, you have to select it from the heading. Both you are selected from heading or both without the heading. So like this, when you write the formula, you will get the output here. And XLOOKUP can write the formula for left to right as well as right to left also. How can I move from one file to another file without using mouse? Control tab. Superb. So these are all the chapter which we saw yesterday. Literally that whole 7 to 8 hours just we have recapped within 15 or 20 minutes. We had a short recap of what we learned yesterday. Before going on to today's session, as usual today also, yesterday we stopped at the XLOOKUP. We didn't complete the XLOOKUP. So we have to do XLOOKUP today also. After XLOOKUP is over, we are going to see about a concept called as what if analysis, forecasting. Forecasting is very vital. You have to forecast. Two types of forecasting. Chart also we can forecast. Chart forecasting we'll see it in the afternoon. Normal forecasting we'll see it now. And after forecasting is over, we have to see about pivot tables and chart. Today only 4 chapters. Lookup, what if, pivot, chart. But all the 4 we are going to see in depth. All the 4 very in depth we are going to see. Okay. Before moving on to today's session, as usual, any questions, doubts, queries of what we learned yesterday? Any other things? Clear? So with all your cooperation, we'll try to cover as much as possible. We have to complete all, I think we have 29 exercises. Forget -1. -1 is the normal sheet, the products. So we have 28 exercises actually. We have completed only 11. So another 17 exercises we have to complete it by today evening. I think pivot will take more time. All other things are very simple. We can do it very faster. Pivot will take some time. We have to spend its time on the pivot. So before moving on to today's session, one more new feature. Yesterday we have written this lookup function to find out the employee name, employee designation. So I'll open that employee master. I want to know whether my formula is right, whether it's working fine. For this 2000084, so the designation is supervisor and the department is PPC and the branch is Mumbai. So I want to check whether it's correct or not. So let me go to this my original file and you can use the shortcut key. How can I find the data here? Control F. And you have one more option before applying the control F. Sometimes you may not know where is my cursor. Cursor. Sometimes it's very hard to know that where is my cursor residing. Actually my cursor is in column number Q and my row number is 22. Sometimes சில பேருக்கு இது எந்த row எந்த column இருக்குன்னு கொஞ்சம் பார்க்கிறதுக்கே டஃபா இருக்கும். In that case, latest version there is a feature available, very latest version is the Office 365 la. Go to the view tab. Under view tab there is an option called as focus cell. Focus cell. Just click on that focus cell. So you can see it will show you the focus of the cell. The cell belongs to which row and which column. நம்ம செல் எந்த ரோ எந்த காலம்ல இருக்கு அப்படின்றது நமக்கு ஒரு லைன் மாதிரி காமிச்சிடும். It will show you with the line. Focus cell. By default, the focus cell may be a green or some other color. If you don't want this green, if you want to change the color, you can click on the arrow mark here, focus cell, where we can see there is a color. You can change your colors also. Suppose I put it as blue. So now the blue color will be applied. So this is a new feature. Now let me find out Control F. I'm going to find out that particular employee number. Control F. What is the employee? 2000 20084. Find. Yes. So this is the row and this is the column where the employee number is residing here. Yes. Now very easily you can check 200084. What is the employee designation? Designation is supervisor, PPC. Correct. Supervisor, PPC and Mumbai. Okay. So if you don't like this focus cell, you can switch off that focus cell also. Okay. Focus cell is a new feature. 2/4 varga. A very new feature. I think only 3 or 4 months before this feature was launched. You have to, whenever there is a thing, you have to write it to your IT team and they will get upgraded. அப்படிதானா? இப்போ 2/4 இருக்கு உங்களுக்கு 2/5 வேணும்னா என்ன பண்ணணும்? அதான் கேட்டேன். You have to write a mail or something, then they have to do it. Try to get 2/5. And who are 2/4? Who are all using 2/4? That's 2/5. Very good. Superb. Now let us go back to that exercise 12. Actually, we are going to start with the task itself today. Exercise number 12. We have a trans ID, we have the trans date, we have the product code, we have the defect code. Based on this, now I want you to get the product name here. That's simple. Product name. Where is that product name? The next immediate sheet. Pakkath sheet. The next immediate sheet is where we have the product details. And the Pakkath sheet layer product details. There is a product details available on the next immediate sheet. Exercise number 12. Next to the exercise number 12, you can see the product sheets is available. There you can find all the product details. Product category, product code, description, stock location, PO date, PO number, so in stock, reorder level and price. So here I want to bring the product name here. That's all. By writing a lookup function, X lookup function, and when you copy it on the bottom, it may throw a error. Product name also throw a error. If it's throwing a error, don't worry. I will tell you how to. Don't select the entire column. Column select பண்ணாம பண்ணுங்க. Error வரும். Error வந்தா எப்படி ஹேண்டில் பண்ணுவீங்க? product code error வரும். Firstly error. Formula நடுவுல not there will be some error. I will tell you how to function. Formula problem. First layer is the formula problem. Okay, equal to X lookup, which is my lookup value here, product code. Or product code select பண்ணுங்க, comma, go to the products table. Once again I'm repeating, நேத்து கூட நான் அதை சொன்னேன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். Don't select the entire column like this. ஒருத்தர் ரெண்டு பேர் அப்படி பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. Don't do that. Your system ரொம்ப 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 slow ஆயிடும். Data is available only with 100. You are searching with 10 lakh rows. Open பண்ணாலே சுத்திக்கிட்டே இருக்கும். அது VLOOKUP ஆகட்டும், XLOOKUP ஆகட்டும். Don't do this. Please don't do this. தயவு செஞ்சு ஆன்சர் கரெக்டா வரும். ப்ராப்ளம் இல்லை, ஆன்சர் கரெக்டா வரும். ஸ்பீட் ரொம்ப ரொம்ப ஸ்லோ ஆயிடும். So don't do this. Select only the product code. Select only the product code. Control Shift down arrow. Because product code is my reference, comma. What do you want? I want the product name. Product name பக்கத்துல இருக்கு, left hand side, right, left hand side. Control Shift up arrow. So if it is getting a error sometimes, what is the problem is you would have not selected the array properly. இங்க heading ஓட, இங்க without heading. Suppose here I am selecting without heading. There I selected with the heading. பாருங்க இங்க D10 to D77. C11 to C77 போட்டா then you will get a error. So அந்த ஆர்டர் கரெக்டா இருக்கு. நான் சொன்னேன் yesterday itself I told you. ஹெட்டிங்னா ஹெட்டிங்கோட செலக்ட் பண்ணுங்க. ஹெட்டிங் வித்தவுட் ஹெட்டிங்னா போத் வித்தவுட் ஹெட்டிங். இப்போ ரெண்டுமே வித்தவுட் ஹெட்டிங் கூட பண்ணிக்கலாம், ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை. Here D11 to D11. So அந்த array order should be proper. Now you will get output. So that should be correct. The range correct இருக்கணும். If you are selecting a wrong range, then you will get a error. Now I copy this. So in the product order code turbo charger kit. Now I double click on this. It's throwing some error. When I copy this, it's throwing some error. NA error. There are some errors. There are so many errors appearing. Even if you write a VLOOKUP also, this error will appear. நீங்க VLOOKUP எழுதினாலும் the error வரும். You have to put some dollars in VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP பண்ணீங்கன்னா நீங்க டாலர்ஸ்லாம் போட வேண்டியதா இருக்கும். But how can I solve this? But why it's a error? Data is not there. Are you sure? Let us see. PC002. When I go to the products, PC002 is actually a second product. ரெண்டாவது product இது. Brake pad set. But still, it's throwing an error. Last session we didn't get the error. போன இதுல அந்த error வரல. Why? Because the dollar is automatically applied in XLOOKUP function. The XLOOKUP function la பாருங்க, dollar is automatically applied. B10 to B1570, K10 to K150. Last session it's automatically applied. But whereas in this exercise there is no dollar applied. So D11 to D77, C11 to C77, there is no dollar. So what will happen if there is no dollar is, dollar இல்லனா என்ன ஆகும், இந்த D11 D12 ல மாறிடும். D78 D77 78, same like here. D13 D79, C13 C17. So when I come here, it is turning into D14 to D80. So that means in the here it will search first part number, it will search from the first product. Second, it will search it from the second product. So it will omit the first product. First product omit பண்ணி ரெண்டாவதுல இருந்தா searching ஆரம்பிக்கும். That's a problem here. So whenever it's searching, it should search the entire table. Starting ல இருந்து ending வரைக்கும். இதுக்கு தான் old versionல VLOOKUPல you have to use a dollar function. But in XLOOKUP, there is no dollar function. Dollar function is not required. So either you delete this formula and create a new one, or create it on some other column. Because if you write it here, already there is a formula. If I write it and overwrite this, it may throw some error. Spill error, errors வரும். அதனால better either delete the entire formula and create a new one, or you can create a separate formula also. எனக்கு இது வேணும் அது வேணும் பக்கத்துல வச்சுங்க, your wish. I will delete it and recreate the formula. The entire formula will delete பண்ணுங்க. Since it's giving the wrong result, I'm deleting the entire formula. Now we'll write the XLOOKUP equal to XLOOKUP equal to XLOOKUP. Lookup value. This is the power of this latest version of XLOOKUP. In lookup value, don't select one product code. Select all the product code, entire product code. Select the entire product code, comma, go to the sheet, go to the master sheet. Here also, master sheet in the next sheet. Here also, comma, please be careful, comma is one. Here also select the entire product code with the heading, without heading is your wish, but follow the order. I am selecting this product code and I am selecting the product name. Select the product code, comma, then you have to put a comma, select the product name. Close bracket, or no need to close the bracket, straight away you can press enter also. Now this is the power of using this latest version of XLOOKUP. So no need to write the dollar function. Dollar function is not required. It has automatically filled my entire data without error. And second thing is, no need to copy the formula also. The formula is automatically copied. So no need for dollar, no need for copying your formulas also. Third advantage is, if you are using the normal old VLOOKUP, first VLOOKUP, it will go to the product and it will search the 60 product and it will display the product name. Second time, it will go to the product 3 and search it and display it. But this XLOOKUP will go only one time to the master, find all the product and display it all the product at one stop, which is very faster. Correct? One time I went there and get all the product name and bring it here, which is very faster than this XLOOKUP. VLOOKUP அப்படி பண்ணாது, ஒவ்வொரு தடவையும் போயிட்டு வரும். First cell, second cell, third cell. Suppose I have 200 rows. Every 200 rows, it will go to the master and find the data, find the data, find the data, find it. 200 times it will find the data. அதனால lookup ரொம்ப ஸ்லோவா இருக்கு. That's why the lookup is very slow. But this XLOOKUP, go one time to the master, find all the data and bring it at one time. ஒரே தடவையில போய் எல்லாத்தையும் கொண்டு வந்து இங்க வச்சிச்சு. Very simple. That's the advantage of using this XLOOKUP. Okay. We'll see further more on this XLOOKUP. Knowingly, unknowingly, you selected the entire column. விஷயம் தெரியாம செலக்ட் பண்ணிட்டீங்க. இப்போ now you understood the concept. %. You want to try that? P3003. P3003. Something. Brake pad is suspense kit. I will do something here. Okay. What if really there is a error? உண்மையிலே ஒரு error இருக்குன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. Here, fortunately, all the product code available in the master, it's available here. Product code irukka ella master details, it's available here, so it's finding and fetching the details perfectly. But what will be there if there is a data not available? For example, just I will type a dummy product, small dummy or product, PC 1 2 3 4 5, some dummy product. Small dummy type panni check panni paak. This product is not available on the master. This product is not available on the master. So if it is available, it will find you and fetch you and post the disk type. But if it is not available, if you using the old version of VLOOKUP, you have to use one more function called as if error. If error no function is old version. But latest version, it's very simple. Go to the same XLOOKUP function. Come to the last, before the bracket ku munnadi. Before the bracket, lookup value, lookup array, return array. After that return array, last point, after the return array, comma, if not found. The original data is not found. In original, we don't have this data. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? I want to display a message. Maybe I want to display a message called as not found. Not found or no data. Or message display. So can I type that message straight away here? No data. Why? In a formula and a function, double quotes, very good. Whenever you write a formula and function, inside a formula and function, whenever you use a text values, numerical problem illa. Suppose I want to display a 0, not just type a 0. I want to display some number like 1, 2, 3, not type a number. But text you cannot type it straight away. You have to put a quotes, double quotes. Where is the double quotes? Next to L on your keyboard. Keyboard like L ku semicolon. Semicolon. Next we can see the single quotes and double quotes. Just to put the double quotes. Double quotes. And what is the message you want to display? For example, I want to display a message called as no data. I want to display a message called as no data. Double quotes close. Open the double quotes, type the no data, close the double quotes. Enter. That's all. If the data is available, it will show you the data. If the data is not available, it will show you no data. So data irundichina data va kaamikum, data illana no data andra message. Okay. I don't know whether you have noticed this. First cell is the formula. When you go to the second and third and fourth cell, there is no formula actually. It says something gray. Gray one formula click there is no formula actually. There is no formula in the other cell except the first cell. That means it's written the formula in only one cell. One cell based money automatically it's giving the output for other cells. One time la formula that's the advantage of this XLOOKUP. And no need to write if error function also. That's the next advantage of this XLOOKUP. If you are used to VLOOKUP, you have to use if error function here. Still VLOOKUP will work, but I recommend not to use VLOOKUP. Stop using VLOOKUPs. Dollars. In a where file and the dollar put in. The VLOOKUP மட்டும் இல்ல நீங்க எந்த ஃபார்முலா எதுனாலும் சரி. இப்போ நம்ம அந்த வேற ஒரு டேபிள்ல இருந்து நான் டேட்டா இங்க கொண்டு வரணும்னு வெச்சுக்கலாம். ஈக்குவல் சும்மா ஈக்குவல் டு போட்டு வேற ஒரு ஷீட்ல இருந்து நான் இப்படி கொண்டு வரேன்னு வெச்சுக்கலாம். பாருங்க டாலர் தானே வந்து ஈக்குவல் டு பிளஸ் போடுங்க டிவைட் எந்த ஃபார்முலா எதுனாலும் வேற ஒரு ஃபைல்ல போட்டுருந்தீங்கன்னா அது டாலர் தானா வரும். இதே சும்மா அதே ஈக்குவல் டு போறேன். ஈக்குவல் டு போட்டு இந்த இதுலயே நான் ஒரு ஷீட்டை செலக்ட் பண்றேன்னு வெச்சுக்கலாம். பாருங்க டாலர் வரும். இது VLOOKUP மட்டும் இல்ல எனி ஃபார்முலா இன் தி வேர்ல்ட் வேற ஒரு ஃபைல்ல இருந்து when you are getting it it automatically puts a dollar same file it doesn't put a dollar. ஏன்னா நம்ம சேம் ஃபைல்ல இருக்கும்போது ஒரு இங்க plant 1 plant 2 plant 3 ன்னு எழுதி வச்சுங்க. இத வந்து கன்சாலிடேட் பண்ணி ஒரு ரிப்போர்ட் எல்லாம் ஒரே ஏரியால இருக்கும். சம் பண்ணும்போது ஒண்ணா வரணும் அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறேன். அதனால அதுக்கு மட்டும் டாலர் கொடுக்கலாம். வேணும்னா நீங்க கொடுத்துக்கங்க. பட் லேட்டஸ்ட் வெர்ஷன்ல தேவை நம்ம ஃபுல்லா செலக்ட் பண்ற ஆன்சர் டாலர் தேவை. கிளியர். டாலர் தான் ரொம்ப ட்ரபிள் கொடுத்து வர அதனால அவாய்ட் பண்ணிட்டு வந்தது. எக்ஸல் அவாய்ட் பண்ணியாச்சு, லைஃப்ல அவாய்ட் பண்றதுன்னு தெரியல. அஃபெக்டிங் யூ ஐ ஹோப் சொல்ல. Yes, we did. Huh? Because he is friend of, personally a friend of. கம்மி அதிகம் கம்மி தானே பண்ணலாம். Personal, only personal. Not official. We can do that. பண்ணுங்க எப்படி பண்ணலாம் இதன் ஆன்சரை நீங்களே சொல்லலாம் சார் நேத்தே பண்ணிட்டோம் அதெல்லாம் செலக்ட் த ரேஞ்ச் conditional formatting highlight cell rules equal to என்ன சொன்னீங்க சார் நோ டேட்டா இல்லையா நோ டேட்டா சும்மா ஒரு இன்னொரு டம்மியான ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட் போட்டு பார்க்குற மாதிரி பிசி 8765 if there is no data it will show you a red color நேத்தே பண்ணணும் நினைக்கிறேன் இல்லையா conditional formatting okay so with the help of this price product category so you have to bring the price and we have to bring the product category without error if there is a error wantedly I typed some 1 2 3 4 5 if there is a error அதாவது பிரைஸ்ல எரர் இருந்துச்சுன்னு வச்சுங்களேன் if there is a error then display 0 எரர் இருந்தா எனக்கு 0ன்னு டிஸ்ப்ளே ஆகணும் பிரைஸ் இருக்கு பிரைஸுக்கு 0ன்னு டிஸ்ப்ளே ஆகணும் if there is a error in கேட்டகரியில எரர் இருந்தா then you have to display not found அப்படின்னு ஒரு மெசேஜ் வரும் the category is not found அப்படின்னு ஒரு மெசேஜ் வரும் category should be not found if there is a error and the price not found இருந்தா I want a 0 here so write two formulas to find out the price and to find out the category yes sir error இருந்தா it should display 0 for price category error இருந்தா it should display not found yes sir I'm coming just a minute only you have to put a double quote for 0 no need for don't put a double quote for 0 why is that not found I don't values and right dummy values and right type பண்ணி not found learn சும்மா dummy 0 0 next category Not phone बोले. Actually, I asked you to put some dummy product code and try that. நிறைய பேர் ட்ரை பண்ணலாம் அப்பதான் உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். Equal to X lookup. Select the entire product code here, comma, master sheet. Select the entire product code here, comma, entire product category here, comma, double quotes. Since it's a text, we have to use double quotes, not found. Double quotes close, bracket close. So no need to close the bracket. Excel will close it. But it's a practice. That's all. Not found. Sorry, first price we have to get the price first. I have found the category first. Okay, that way move and I moved it here. Price I will write it. Equal to X lookup, product code, comma, go to the master sheet. Here select the entire product code, comma, select the entire price, comma, 0. Close bracket. So if the data is available, it will display the data. If that data is not available, 0. In the port make it as a practice, make it as a habit. Because based on this, if you are creating some pivot table, some charts, you cannot create it. It throws some error. It will not. You cannot create a report. If you export the error will be a problem. So to avoid the error, please use this. Your practice error do this. 0, not found, no data. Display suppose, just for example, in category, if the category is available, display the category. If the category is not available, not found, empty. Make it as empty. Only display, nothing to be displayed means very simple. Just double quotes. Double quotes, double quotes. Nothing inside a double quotes. Double quotes. That's all. If the data is available, it will display the data. If the data is not available, just display the empty or it will turn into a empty here. If the data is there, it will display the data. If the data is not there, just display empty. With the text okay, but numbers I recommend please put the zeros. The zero use panni. Now when you create a formulas and function, you may get output properly. Right. Now, same sheet, what I want you to do here is, morning or yesterday you opened a file, a master. Please open that same master file. Adhe master file open பண்ணுங்க. Please open the same master file where I can see already we used that employee sheets. Now let us go to the second sheet, defect details. Here we have defect category, severity, reported by, priority, department, defect code, root cause. There are so many columns available here. So what I want you to do here is without error. You should not get a error. First error varama pannunga. Apdi error vandichina, you have to display some message also. So what are you going to do is very simple. Find out the maybe defect category. So I want you to find out the defect category here. Second, I want you to find out the defect impact. First last. So this two I want to find it. First find it without the error. Whatever problem, what is the problem is, your data is not in column wise, your data is in row wise. Left to right. Top to bottom, left to right. But still you can do it. Still you can do it in XLOOKUP itself. Older version means we'll go for HLOOKUP. But here you can do it in XLOOKUP itself. XLOOKUP liye neenga idha pannalam. If there is a error irundichina renduthilime, if there is a error in both, then display a message. I want you to display a message, not available. எனக்கு not available னு ஒரு மெசேஜ் டிஸ்ப்ளே ஆகும். ரெண்டுத்துக்குமே both defect code and defect category. If the data is not available, display a message. ஒரு ரெண்டு மூணு data not available இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். There are some data which is not available. Both the defect categories and defect impact. No data not available.
போட்டு வச்சுக்கிறாரு சார். நீங்க ஆனா வந்து வேற மாதிரி கேட்டுறீங்க. நான் வேற
equal to X lookup. Even though if you are getting the data from some other file, it automatically will put a dollar. Yeah, because this defect code is coming from some other file. So it will automatically give a dollar, but my habit is to select the entire table. Enna advantage? Why I am selecting the error varam irukku adu onnu, but main advantage. One time one time it will bring everything here. That's the main advantage. It will be very faster. இல்லைனா இது எரர் வராது. ஆக்சுவலி டேட்டா இருந்துச்சுன்னா டேட்டா கண்டிப்பா வந்துடும். இப்போ செலக்ட் ஒன் செலக்ட் அண்ட் கோ தேர் ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்லி இட் வில் புட் அ டாலர். பட் இது ஒரு நல்ல ப்ராக்டிஸ். ஒன் ஸ்ட்ரோக் யூ கேன் கெட் ஆல் த அவுட்புட்ஸ். எஸ், select the entire defect code, comma, go to the master sheet, select the entire defect code. It's available here. Entire row with the heading or without heading, comma, select the entire row of defect category. Ipdi, row wise. That's all. Comma, not available. Okay, close bracket and enter. No need to close the bracket. It automatically closes and enter. We got the output. If there is not available, irka, it's there here. So normally we can put a conditional formatting. Select the column to find it very easily. Select the column, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules equals to not available. So wherever it's not available, the defect code is not available, it shows not available. Conditional formatting equal to not available. Red color put. Same thing you can do it for the defect impact. XLOOKUP, select the entire defect code, comma, select the entire defect code here, comma, select the entire defect impact, comma, double quotes not available. Okay. So spelling correct இருக்கணும் சார். புரியுது இல்லையா? வரலையா? ஸ்பேஸ் ஒரு ஸ்பேஸ் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா விட்டுருக்கீங்க அப்படின்னா கூட ப்ராப்ளம் தான். I can say more people are living with the lookup, right? Day by day they will use lookup functions. So from today, start using XLOOKUP. அடுத்த செஷன்ல how to stop using XLOOKUP பார்க்கலாம். இதோட அடுத்த லெவல். Gradually near futureல நீங்க என்ன பண்ணணும்? டேட்டாவை மட்டும் ஆட் பண்ணணும். Add only the data, don't do anything. reports, formulas, function, everything should be done by Excel or Excel, Power BI or whatever. நீங்க Excel யூஸ் பண்ணீங்கன்னா Excel, Power BI யூஸ் பண்ணீங்கன்னா Power BI. Just add the data. Refresh பண்ணுமா? No, not required to refresh also. We have an option called a scheduled refresh. Every 1 hour once we can refresh it. Every day morning 8 o'clock, whenever I open my system 8 o'clock, it has to be automatically online. Power BI la online refresh, so we can schedule it. Every day 9 o'clock it has to be refreshed. But Excel online refresh கிடையாது. Every 1 hour, every 2 hour நீங்க refresh பண்ணலாம். Future you have to just add the data and leave it. That's all. Everything should be taken care by Excel. Don't write formulas, don't write functions, don't create a report. Life la ஒரே ஒரு தடவை தான் பண்ணணும். You have to do everything only once for a particular data. அந்த டேட்டாக்கு ஒரே ஒரு தடவை தான் பண்ணணும். This is going to be our future things. இனிமேல் நீங்க அப்படி தான் ஒர்க் பண்ணணும். Okay? நீங்க VLOOKUP delete பண்ணிட்டு XLOOKUP போட்டுருங்க. VLOOKUP delete பண்ணி XLOOKUP போட்டுருங்க. ரெண்டும் ஒரே இடத்துல போனா you will get confused. System will get confused. Delete VLOOKUP and write XLOOKUP. But one small limitation in this XLOOKUP is you cannot send this file to the other people who is using the old. அப்படியே அமிச்சிங்கனாலும் they will not see the XLOOKUP. They will see only the values. அவங்களுக்கு values தான் வரும். அப்படி தான் வேணும்னா நீங்க அப்படியே அமிச்சிடணும். For the old users, before 2021, who is using the version before 2021, you cannot send the file. But how can I send this file? Because this file, the original source data is coming from some other sheet, some other location. இது எப்படி அனுப்புவோம் நம்ம நார்மலா? Do you send both the files together? One is you can convert this data into a value. Second one is you can break the links. Or you can send both the file and ask them to update the link. சரி நீங்க சொல்லுங்க. இப்போ நம்ம for example, I'll go to the previous sheet. I don't want this lookup value. I want to convert this data into a value instead of formula. எப்படி பண்ணலாம்? Copy, then paste value. So control copy பண்ணிக்கிங்க. உங்க keyboardல this is a very recent shortcut key. Yesterday I shared you the last shortcut key, right? 145 shortcut key. And the 145th shortcut key is இதுதான் இருக்கும் பாருங்க. 45th shortcut key. கடைசி shortcut key. Very recently. என்னது? Control Shift V. அவ்வளவுதான். Your formula will turn into a value. Your formula will be turned into a value. Copy. Control Shift V. Shortcut key for converting your formula into a value. Your புது shortcut key. Latest version. List of shortcut keys la idan kadasi shortcut key actually. Right, this is one method, or I'll undo that. Another method is go to the tab called as data. Under the tab of data, workbook links. Go to the data tab. Under data tab, you can see that workbook link is available. Workbook link. So click on that workbook link. Right hand side, it will show you in which workbook the data has been linked. Master sheets. So you want to break. Suppose or 3-4 file link if it is linked with 4 or 5 files, I want to break everything. All the links should be broken. You can click on break all. Or I have 4-5 links. I want to break only this table link. இதை மட்டும் நான் break பண்ணா you can see there is a 3 dot and break the link for this. இதோட லிங்க் நீங்க மாத்திக்கலாம். And suppose I am changing this location. For example, this master sheet. Now it's available in a corporate training Elgi உங்க company nameல இந்த link இருக்கு. Tomorrow I am going to change this folder name. I am going to put this into OneDrive or some other location. Or I am cutting and pasting. Or I am renaming the folder. Then the link will be removed. How can I re-establish that link? அப்படி லிங்க் போயிடுச்சுன்னா திரும்ப அந்த லிங்கை கொண்டு வரலாம்னா கொண்டு வரலாம். Go to 3 dot here. There is a 3 dot and there is an option called as change source. Change source. Click on the change source and select the new location. Browse பண்ணி இப்போ புதுசா எந்த லொகேஷன்ல நீங்க போட்டிருக்கீங்க. முன்னாடி earlier it was in D drive or some other. Now I changed into OneDrive. இப்போ நான் OneDriveக்கு மாத்திட்டேன். அப்படினா நீங்க So either break the link or change it to values, or handling a link. The link maarichi naaliki location are changed here. I want to update the location. You can change the location. The 3 dot மூலமா. Just go to the 3 dot and do that. Value update. இந்த இங்க வரவே வராது. இங்க பிரேக் பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா ஒர்க் புக் லிங்க்ல ஒண்ணுமே பார்க்க முடியாது. அதுக்கப்புறம் எம்டியா இருக்கும். டேட்டா சேஞ்ச் ஆகும். வேல்யூ அப்படிதானே. இப்போ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பர்சன் சூப்பர்வைசர்னா சூப்பர்வைசர் தான், அது சேஞ்ச் ஆகுது. வேல்யூ வந்துருச்சு இல்ல, வேல்யூ வேல்யூவா காமிக்கும். அங்க அப்டேட் ஆனா இங்க அப்டேட் ஆகாது, அதான் ப்ராப்ளம். புதுசா எம்ப்ளாயி ஆட் பண்றீங்க, அதெல்லாம் இங்க வராது. பிகாஸ் ஐ எம் சென்டிங் டு அதர்ஸ் இல்லையா, அதனால பிரேக் பண்ணும். டேட்டாலாம் மாறாது, அப்படியேதான். Yes. 13. Exercise number 13. We have names of a person's loan amount. So a person are getting a loan here. நிறைய பேர் loan வாங்குறாங்க. Balachandran is getting a loan of 24 lakhs and Devanatha is getting a loan of 23 lakhs, 12 lakhs, 14 lakhs and various loans. இந்த அவங்க வாங்கின லோன்ஸ்க்கு ஏற்ற மாதிரி we have the loan fee. ஆர் இந்த டாக்ஸுக்கெல்லாம் கூட இருக்கும். நீங்கள் எவ்வளோ பர்சன்டேஜ் ஆஃப் சேலரி, இவ்வளோ நம்பர், இவ்வளோ இன்கம் இருக்குன்னா இவ்வளோ பர்சன்டேஜ் ஆஃப் டேக்ஸ் ஷுட் பி பெய்டு. ஸோ இதுலேருந்து இதுக்குள்ளே இருந்தால் அவ்வளோ டேக்ஸ், இந்த ரேஞ்சுக்குள்ளே இருக்கக்கூடிய வேல்யூஸ். ஸோ ஹியர் ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் I have loan amount 0 to 1 lakh. If the loan amount is between 0 to 1 lakh, then the processing fees is 0. No processing fees for it. 1 lakh to 2 lakh are 0.5 is my processing fees. Loan is a slab. Slab we will see it in another few minutes. And 2 lakhs to 3 lakhs are 1%. 3 lakhs to 5 lakhs are 1.2%. 5 lakhs to 7 lakh 50 is 1.5. 7 lakh 50 to 10 lakh is 1.75. 10 lakh to 15 lakh is 2. 15 to 20 lakhs is 2.25. More than 20 lakhs is 2.50. So, for example, the first person has got the loan. Could you tell me what could be the processing fees here to be displayed here? 2.50 because his loan amount is 24 lakhs. 20 lakhs, more than 20 lakhs. Yes. I have seen people are using complicated if function. If use if greater than 1 lakh or this amount, greater than 2 lakh or amount, greater than 3 lakh, greater than 4 lakh, the complicated if. Yes, you can do that if you are well versed and using if, but I recommend to go with the X lookup itself. The X lookup equal to X lookup, and X lookup is very faster, very dynamic and very easier also. So X lookup, that's very faster. Output, multiple output will be displayed. X lookup, select the loan amount, the entire column of the loan amount, because when you copy on the bottom, it will throw error. And at a time, I can get one result. That's the reason I'm selecting the entire column of the loan amount, comma, lookup array. Lookup array is the array where we have this loan amount. To be open the second column is a dummy. So for our reference, we used that column. If you don't have the column also, no problem. So I'm selecting this part, where we have the loan amount. The loan amount part select. I select this, comma, which is my input, processing fees, comma, if not found. If the data is not found, what do you want to do? Last session, 0, double quotes. Could you tell me where it will be not found? 99% is going to fit. Everything will be fitted inside this. If the loan amount is in negative, loan amount negative chance. So, but still, it is a better practice. If it is a negative, I will put a 0. So, negative on the processing fee say 0. I will get a 0 here. Okay. Then, this step is very important. Comma. Comma. Match mode. Match mode. What is that match mode? As of now, we are using exact match. It's very exact match. That employee number, employee or designation. Product code exact product name. Defect code exact defect name or category. But here, it's not going to be exact. It's going to be approximately between this. You should not use the exact match. You should use exact match or next to smaller, exact match or next to large. இந்த ரெண்டுத்துல ஏதாவது ஒன்று யூஸ் பண்ணோம். பட் எப்போ யூஸ் பண்ணலாம் இதை? When can we use this? How is your source data? உங்க டேட்டா எப்படி இருக்கு பாருங்க. Ascending order. Smallest to largest இருக்கா? இல்ல largest to smallest இருக்கா? Smallest to largest. அப்ப நீங்க எது யூஸ் பண்ணணும்? Next to smaller item. அடுத்த smaller items. Next to smaller items. So அப்ப என்ன கொடுக்கணும் நம்ம? -1. That's all. -1. Close bracket. No need to close the bracket. Excel will close it automatically. Yes. 0.25. 0.25 என்றது 0.025 என்றது processing fees is 2.50. I repeat the process again. Equal to X lookup, entire loan amount, comma, this is my input. Where is the input array? Input array is here, the loan amount, comma, the processing fees, select the processing fees, comma, 0. Why 0? If there is a error. Actually, if you don't want that 0 to appear, if there is a error, show me the error. Just you can dummy, you can put a comma or extra comma. Nothing to be done. If it's a error, show me the error. But my practice is better to have some value, 0. Comma. It's not an exact match, it's an approximate match. And how your table is, whether your table is in ascending order or descending order. Smallest to largest means -1. Largest to smallest means 1. Here it's smallest to largest. So let us go for -1. That's it. Close bracket. Enter. Select the range. Could you tell me how can I change this to a percentage format? Control Shift 5. Very good. But in the Control Shift file, a problem irukku. It is showing the percentage format, but it's rounding off. 2.50. It's rounding off to 3, which is not correct. Even 2.25 also it's rounding into 2, which is not a right one. So I want the exact 2.50 decimal places. Undo it. Control 1 format cells. Straight away we'll go to format cells. Percentage. Here percentage select. Select that percentage. That's all. Select that percentage. So now it will show you the percentage with the 2 decimal points. Say OK. That's all. So 2.50, 2.50, 2, 2, 2, 0.50, 2.50, 1, 2.25 shows the percentage. இல்ல சார் இது நான் எரரா இருந்தா தானே இங்க வரும். இல்ல அதான் சொல்றேன். அப்போ வேற ஏதாவது மெசேஜ் கொடுத்துருங்க. நோ டேட்டா இல்ல நோ லோன் அந்த மாதிரி ஏதாவது மெசேஜ். அதாவது நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்மாலர் ஐட்டம்ஸா எடுத்துக்கணும். லார்ஜர்னா இப்படி மேல போகும் சார். இது மேல இருக்கும். This table is in a descending order. Larger descending. The concept is smallest to largest, largest to smallest. அப்பனா நீங்க 1 கொடுக்கலாம். இங்க 90% நமக்கு அசெண்டிங்ல தான் இருக்கும். டிசெண்டிங்கா இருந்துச்சுன்னா அது போகும். And this data is dummy. நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி. Even you can delete it also. Nothing will happen. Your output will be displayed as it is. This is just for our reference. Just for our reference. இப்போ சார் சொன்ன மாதிரி your table should be in order. அது very important. Either ascending or descending. கொலாப்ஸா இருக்கக்கூடாது. 0 அப்புறம் 3 lakh, 3 lakh அப்புறம் 1 lakh, 1 lakh அப்புறம் 20 lakhs இருந்துச்சா then you will not get the output properly. So it should be in some order, ascending or descending. அது ஆர்டர். இதுக்கு காம்ப்ளிகேட்டடா நிறைய பேர் அண்டெல்லாம் யூஸ் இஃப் அண்டெல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க, which I don't recommend. ஈஸியா நீங்க லுக்கப்லேயே பண்ணிடலாம். இஃப் அண்ட் வித் வெரி காம்ப்ளிகேட்டட், ரொம்ப காம்ப்ளிகேட். அதுவும் இல்லாம ஒன் மோர் அட்வான்டேஜ் இன் திஸ் எக்ஸ் லுக்கப் இஸ் சப்போஸ் டுமாரோ for some other, maybe I'm going to increase the processing fees. It's not 2.50, it's 2.70 னு வச்சுங்களேன். 2.70 நீங்க டைப் பண்ணீங்கன்னா it automatically updates here also. இது ifல உட்காந்து நம்ம ஒன்னொன்னா பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். If you are writing a if function, you have to do it one by one. But it's dynamic, it's very easier, very faster, very simpler. And ஒரே shot it's giving the multiple result also. This is the advantage of the approximate match of this XLOOKUP. Okay? Clear? So from the starting of today's session, we have seen only the XLOOKUP function. One more small option is available in XLOOKUP, probably which we'll see after this. After XLOOKUP, you have to start with what if analysis, forecasting. I'll minimize this. So our tea is ready. We'll go for the we have seen about how to write a XLOOKUP. So XLOOKUP exact match கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது எப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம். Last sessionல we have seen how to find the approximate match also. Let us go to the sheet number 14. In sheet number 14, we have a table trans ID, location, date, order, amount. Transaction, location, ID, date இருக்கு, order amount இருக்கு. Actually, you are going to do this. So இதுல commission percent or order percentage commission percentage நீங்க கண்டுபிடிக்க போறீங்க. Now in this table, இதே tableல you can see some columns are hidden. After the column number H ன்னு ஒரு காலம் இருக்கு பாருங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S ஹைட் ஆயிருக்கு. Select that H and T. இந்த H and T select பண்ணுங்க. Select that H and T. Right click on it. And the H and T select பண்ணி right click unhide. Right click பண்ணி unhide. There is no shortcut key for it. Right click பண்ணி unhide. So there is a table available here. Actually it's a discount. Commission discount வச்சுப்போம். Name is discount. So you are going to find out two things here. நீங்க ரெண்டு விஷயம் பண்ண போறீங்க. ஒன்னு loyalty status ன்னு ஒன்னு கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். You have to find out the loyalty status and you have to find out the discount percentage also. First discount percentage, then the royalty status. ரெண்டுத்தையுமே கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். Writing the XLOOKUP function. If the data is a error இருந்துச்சுன்னா you have to display a 0 here. If error போன செஷன்ல பண்ணீங்க இல்லையா, if error இருந்தா எனக்கு 0 ன்னு வரும். For discount, if there is a error, you have to display a 0 for discount. இங்க if error இருந்தா then you display some message. இதுல error இருந்தா then display some message. Maybe no royalty. No royalty ன்னு எனக்கு மெசேஜ் வரும். Yes. Display the discount or display the royalty. எல்லாமே Equal to X lookup order amount. Select the column of order amount. Comma. இங்க ஒரே டிஃபரன்ஸ் என்ன, here the data is in row wise, not column wise and row wise. Select the order amount here. Comma. Select the discount value here. Comma. 0. If it is less than 1000 and the 2000 kulla irundha we have 2000. If it is less than 1000 it will throw a error. For example, this 800 it will throw a error. So it should, if there is 800 we know the discount for it. So we are going to put a 0, comma, minus 1, because it's not ascending order, smallest to largest, close bracket, enter. Yes, select everything. I'm going to change it to percentage. I think here we can use the shortcut key Control Shift 5, because there is no decimal points. Decimal irundhuchna, then we can go for Control 1 and change it to percent. Decimal points, so I can use Control Shift 5. Same formula, equal to X lookup. Select the entire order amount, comma. Select the entire order amount here, comma. Select the loyalty status here, comma. No royalty, comma, minus 1. That's all. As I told, I have seen people are using if condition for it. Instead of if condition, you can do it in lookup formula itself. That's an advantage of this. Right. Let us move on to exercise number 15. In exercise number 15, we have two tables. First, let us start with the table number 1. First table. Purchase cost, cost of sales, discount on sales, sales price, profit. Now, what are we going to do is we are going to find out the profit. Based on the profit, we will see how to use a what-if analysis. Forecasting is very vital nowadays. இருக்கிற டேட்டா வச்சு பண்றது that's different. What will happen if it is like this? இப்படி இருந்தா எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு பார்க்கணும். That forecasting is very important. இருக்கிற டேட்டாவை டிஸ்ப்ளே பண்றது it's very easy. Anyone in the world can do it. But forecasting is another vital part. Future is going to be data science. Forecast பண்ணி தான் ஒர்க் பண்ண போறோம் எல்லாம். No one wants to know what is 2025 data. I want to know what will be 2026. அடுத்த வருஷம் எப்படி சேல்ஸ் இருக்கும்னு இப்பவே predict பண்ணணும். Based on that you have to work. That is called as forecasting. Let us start with a simple forecasting. Other forecasting we'll see it in another few minutes. First, profit kandupidichu. We'll find out the profit. You know what is the formula for finding out the profit? Subtract everything from sales. I'm purchasing a product. Or product purchase pandra. I'm purchasing a product, and I'm doing some cost of sales. Or sales expenses spend pandrom. Then I'm selling the product with a discount of 10%. 10% discount koduthu na sales pandrom. So what is my profit here? I want to find out the profit. Equal to sales price minus purchase price. Sales price minus purchase price minus cost of sales minus, but it says 10% on sales price. Sales price la 10%. So do now 10% multiply it by sales price. If you want to make it much better, you can put a bracket also. Bracket potalum okay, then potalum okay. If you put a bracket, it's okay. If you are not putting the bracket also, okay, no problem at all. No problem if you are not putting the bracket also, because we know it Bodmer's theory. Bracket of division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. School days la padichirpom Bodmer's theory padi da adu work agum. First multiplication, appuram da subtraction. BODMAS. Bodmer's theory. So whenever you write a formula or function, please remember this Bodmer's. BODMAS. First edu work agum, bracket la irukkiradhu work agum. Second half. Half endradhu to the power of a square to the power of. Second division. Third multiplication. Fourth addition. Fifth subtraction. So நம்ம கிட்ட ரெண்டு இருக்கு. ஒன்னு multiplication, இன்னொன்னு subtraction. As per Bodmer's theory, first multiply ஆகும், then subtract ஆகும். கரெக்ட் தான். ஸோ இங்கே மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணிட்டு தான் சப்ராக்ட் பண்ணணும். மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணுறதுக்கு முன்னாடி சப்ராக்ட் பண்ணக்கூடாது. கரெக்டு தான். பட் ஸ்டில் இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் பெட்டராக பண்ணால் இது ஒன்று ப்ராக்கெட்டாக போட்டுக்க. அப்படியும் ஒன்று தான். ஃபஸ்ட்டு ப்ராக்கெட்டில் இருக்கிறது ஒர்க் ஆகும். ஃபஸ்ட்டு மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணிவிட்டு அப்புறம் சப்ராக்ட் பண்ணணும். ரெண்டும் ஒன்று தான். கொடுத்தாலும் ஓகே. இஃப் யூ கிவ் த ப்ராக்கெட் ஆல்சோ ஓகே. இஃப் யூ நாட் கிவிங் த ப்ராக்கெட் ஆல்சோ ஓகே. ரெண்டும் சேம் ஆன்சர் தான் கம்மி. 370 is my profit. Okay. Sir, percentage la varudha. Change it to number. Control shift tilde or control shift 1. Percentage amati. Sorry, number amati. Now, reverse calculation. What if? Suppose my head or someone is asking, we are getting profit of 370, okay. I want profit as 400. I want profit as 400. What will be my discount? அதாவது நான் 400 ப்ராஃபிட் வரணும். எவ்வளோ டிஸ்கவுண்ட்டை கம்மி பண்ணலாம்? டிஸ்கவுண்ட் கம்மி பண்ணிட்டா we can get 400. So how long we can reduce our discount? What will be my discount? If I want the profit as 400, what will be my discount? What if? What will be the discount if the profit is going to be 400? So 400 profit varnana discount evlo kudukalam. Place the cursor on the cell where we have the profit. Place the cursor on the cell where we have the profit. Go to the data tab. This is a unique feature available in Excel. Even Power BI mari software la இந்த feature la kadiyadu. This feature is not available in Power BI software. So you can do it only in Excel. So place the cursor on profit cell. Go to the data tab. Data tab. Under the data tab, there is a specific group available called as forecast. Forecast ne or group. There is a group called as forecast. And what if analysis, forecast sheet. Forecast sheet, probably we'll see it in the later part. Aprama papa forecast sheet. Now let us go to this what if analysis. I'll go to the what if analysis. Click on what if analysis. 3 types of what if analysis. Scenario manager, goal seek, data table. Scenario manager, goal seek and data table. First let us start with the second one. Goal seek. So I want to achieve the goal. What will be the things we want? Goal seek, seeking the goal. So a goal achieve. Another 400 should be my target. 400 should be my profit goal we have to achieve. So what is the other input? So goal seek, go to what if analysis, goal seek. It will open a dialog box. Set cell. Set cell is a profit. Now profit is cell is set cell. If it is not selected, the profit cell selected. Now select it. I think it would have been already selected. Select either irko. Select all na ipo neenga select panninga. Select it now. Set cell is a cell where we have the profit. To value. Value means what is the value you want it here? 400. By changing cell. If you want the profit as 400, which cell I want to change? Discount. B3. Yes. Select the cell where we have the discount. That's all. Okay, it will calculate and it says discount should be 8%. So if you want the profit as 400, then you have to give a discount of 8%. உங்களுக்கு 400 ரூபாய் profit வரனா 8% கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா 400 ரூபாய் profit வரும். இந்த மேனுவலா ரொம்ப டஃப். நம்ம போய் ஒண்ணொண்ணா மாத்தி பார்க்கணும். 9 10 8 7 மாத்தி பார்க்கணும். This is automatically calculated. I repeat it again. If you want to accept it, you can say okay. இது ஓகேனா நீங்க accept பண்றதுக்கு okay கொடுத்துடலாம். If you don't want to accept it, you can click on cancel to come back. Okay. Now, once again, I will redo this. Place the cursor on the cell where we have the profit because I want to calculate the profit. Based on the profit, I want to calculate the output here. So, place the cursor on profit. Go to the data tab. What if analysis? Goal seek. Set cell is a cell where we have the profit. To value, which value you want to do? 400. By changing cell, which is cell? That is my discount. Okay. So 8% is my discount. If you want to accept this value, okay. If you don't want to accept it, paribadi varnonchina, I want it back again. Click on cancel. Now can you try this? It's not your task, but I want you to try. What will be the sales price? What will be the sales price? Sorry. What will be the sales price if I want profit as? If I want profit as 450. எனக்கு 450 ரூபாய் ப்ராஃபிட் வரணும். எவ்வளவு சேல்ஸ் பிரைஸ் கொடுக்கலாம்? I told you it's not your task. 1854 அப்படியா? 188. ரெண்டு மூணு ஆன்சர் வருது. சரி நீங்க அத டிஸ்கவுண்ட் 8லயே இருக்கா பழையபடி? ஓகே. 1888 சார்?
1889.
ரவுண்ட் ஆஃப் பண்ணீங்கன்னா 1889. வெரி குட் சார். இருக்காது 5 செகண்ட் அவ்வளவுதான். For everything, you cannot just like that calculate. எந்த விஷயத்தையும் நீங்க இப்படி கால்குலேட் பண்ண கூடாது. வாட் இஃப் அனாலிசிஸ் போட்டு தான் பண்ணணும். ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட்டை வாங்கணும் 10 ரூபா வாங்கணும் 20 ரூபாய்க்கு சேல்ஸ் பண்ணாங்க buying it 10 rupees and selling it 10 rupees பண்ண முடியாது. You have to use what if analysis. What are all the income, what are all the expenses occurred, what will be the sales price. Sales price fix பண்றதுக்கு what if analysis யூஸ் பண்ணணும். Salary fix பண்றதுக்கு they have to use what if analysis. And even fixing the target also they should use what. Just like that you cannot say the target is 500. You have to put a what if analysis. 500 target வரணும் என்னென்னலாம் பண்ணணும். So you have to use a what if analysis. If the salary is like this, what are the things to be done? Learning what if analysis போட்டு தான் போகணும். Just like that you cannot do everything. Buying, selling, sales price just like that you cannot fix it. You have to use what if analysis and you have to fix it. So இப்போ 500 fix பண்ணா what is the other process? எவ்வளோ டிஸ்கவுண்ட் கொடுக்கலாம், எவ்வளோ tax வரும், எல்லாம் calculate பண்ணி தான் you have to find out the what if analysis. Okay, right. Tell me how can I do this? Place the cursor on profit, then what if analysis, data, what if analysis, then goal seek, by changing cell to value 450, by changing cell before sales price. Yes. So if you want the profit as 450, then you have to sell your product at 1,888.889. Round off பண்ணீங்கன்னா 1,889 if you want to round it off. Okay. One input, one output. Now, multiple input, multiple output. For example, let me take the discount. My head or someone is asking 10%. If you give a discount, you will get 750, 370 profit. Okay. So if I give 2% profit, what will be the profit you will get? 4%, what will be there? 6%, 8%, 10%, 12%. There are multiple. So multiple input, I want to get multiple output now. What will be like this? What will be my profit if discount is 2? What will be my profit if discount is 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10? So let us do this. Place the cursor on discount on sell. Discount on sell cursor because I want to calculate the profit based on the discount. Modalla we calculated based on the profit, we have calculated the output. That's why we place the cursor on profit. Now based on the discount, I want to calculate the profit. So I place the cursor on the discount cell. Data. What if analysis? Data. What if analysis? Scenario manager based on multiple scenario. Now, ஒரு 5-6 scenarios கொடுக்க போறேன். Based on the multiple scenarios, what could be my output? So, place the cursor on discount on sales. Go to what if analysis. Scenario manager. Click on scenario manager. It opens a dialog box. Add, delete, edit, merge. Delete, edit is deactivated because nothing to be edited. Nothing to be deleted. Merging means where a sheet if you have created a scenario, you can merge that scenarios here. Nothing there. Where in the sheet number scenarios, it says there is no scenarios. Okay. So we are not going to merge, we are going to add. First time we are going to add scenario name. What is the name you want to give it for? Discount. ஏதாவது ஒரு உங்க நேம் தான். இட்ஸ் a variable. You can give your own names. நீங்க எந்த நேம் வேணாலும் கொடுத்துங்க, உங்களுக்கு புரியுற மாதிரி ஃபார் யுவர் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங் யுவர் ஓன் நேம். இல்ல 2%, 10%னே கொடுத்துக்கலாம், யுவர் விஷ். ஃபார் a sample I am just giving D1 னு வச்சுக்கிறேன். Discount 1. So I want to give 5 or 6 discount values. D1 னு வச்சுக்கிறேன். இல்ல நீங்க discount 1, discount value 1, anything you can give your values. D1. By changing cell, of course by changing cell is your discount on sales. I'll select, already it's selected. Comments, it automatically created a comments. Illa neenga extra the comments venuna, you can do that. Prevent changes, that is when you protect the sheet, others you don't want to prevent the changes. Mathavanga poi the changes la panna kudaduna neenga tick panni vechikalam. Hide means hiding the formula, others should not see my formula means you can hide it. This will happen when you protect the sheet. When na product sheet பத்தி we'll have a separate details later. Review போய் product sheet பண்ணீங்கன்னா other people cannot edit your what if analysis. Other people cannot see your formulas also. அது வேணா டிக் பண்ணிக்கணும். As of now I'm not doing anything on this. We are given a name for the scenario. By changing cell is the B3. That is it. and I say okay. And first scenario, enter the value for that first scenario. First scenario, value group. Let us take 2% now. 2%. Since the cell is in a percentage, the cell percentage format, percentage. Since the cell is in a percentage, you have to put it in a percentage format. Number on this number format. Here, see how is your source cell format. Type 2% or you can type it as 0.02. 0.02. Both are same. Both are same. Whichever is easier for you, you can use anything. Both are same. So first scenario is over. D1 and I given 2% for D1. Your wish. Now example 2. You can give as per your wish. Add. Second scenario D2. Okay. Or 4. I want to put it as 4%. Add. D3. Okay. 6%. Just for example, I am giving 2, 4, 6. You can give your own percentages. Add. D4. Okay. 8%. No, rend add panni. On 2 add, I will add it. Add. What is the name? 4. 5. Okay. D5. Okay. 10%. Add. D6. Okay. 12%. Like this, you can add scenarios. You can add n number, but my recommendation, try to restrict it with the 255. 255 slow. This is also a little bit slower. 255, it will be very slower. So I added 6 scenarios. D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6. 2%, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Your wish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your wish. Or 10, 20. After adding all the scenarios, I said okay here. I am clicking on okay. If you want to add further, you can click on add. But I completed adding, so I am saying okay. Yes. You can see D1, D2, D4, D5, D6. So it opens a dialog box. I want to check one by one. Suppose I want to know the D1 scenario. So double click on D1. Double click on D1 or click on D1 and click on show button. Either double click on it or click on D1 and show button. 2% means what is your profit? D2, D3, D4. So double click and check what will be the profit if it is a various discount. But I am not satisfied with this. Either one thing click on. Suppose I have created 20 scenarios. So I cannot double click on every 20 scenarios and see the report. I want to see the report in one stroke. One stroke I want to see the report. So what we do is same scenario manager summary. Scenario manager summary. What kind of summary you want? Whether you want a scenario summary or a pivot table summary. Pivot table, which we will see it in another few minutes. A few minutes, pivot papa. Let us go to scenario summary now. I'll go to scenario summary and I say okay. That's it. On a new sheet, it will show you the scenario summary. 2%, what is your profit? 4 means what is your profit? 6 means what is your profit? 8, 10, 12. Based on multiple inputs, we got the multiple outputs. So, double click panni, you can see everything as a single report. Okay. Shortly, I will recap everything one more time faster. I will delete this scenario summary. It's a separate sheet. It would have created a separate sheet and it will give you the report on the separate sheet. If you don't want it, I will go for delete. Now, one more time I am repeating. I will add another 2 or 3 scenarios and check. Place the cursor on discount on cells. Go to data, what if analysis. And we will go to scenario manager. Already there are 6 scenarios added. Now I am going to add another scenario. Add. So, checking D7. Okay. Let us say 14%. 14%. Add D8. Okay. 16%. So like this, I'm adding some scenarios. Okay. If you want to check one by one, double click on that to check one by one. Your cells it's changing. Or click on the summary, scenario summary. Result cell is the cell where we have the profit. That's automatically selected. And I say okay. Yes. So based on various inputs, we got an output. Okay. Done. But don't create more scenario sheets like this. It may slow down your system speed. I think 365 it's okay, a little bit faster, but still, you cannot create 100 scenarios, 100 scenario sheets. One time if you created, okay, one more, but system slower the chance. Of course, multiple sheets create, but when you create more sheets, it may slow down the system speed. Whenever you want it, you can create it. Otherwise, I recommend to delete this sheet. So the sheet delete panni vechukku. Come back to that exercise number 15 again. Already I have created a small table. For your convenience, I have created a small table where I can see a matrix is available. And you can see here 50, 100, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450, 500. These are all cost of sales. And discount 1%, 2%, 3%, 4% till 10%. Now we are going to fill this matrix. How we are going to fill it is, if cost of sales is 50 and discount is 1, what should be my profit? Multiple inputs, multiple row inputs, multiple output. So, 2-3 input, nariya input nariya output. I want to do it by multiple input, multiple outputs. So, 51%, what is my profit? 52%, what is my profit? 53%, what is my profit? 54%, what is my profit? So, we are going to fill it for the entire table, which is literally, I can say, manually, I will use a single word, impossible. Or it's very tough. Or I can say it's impossible, literally it's impossible. So now let us see how Excel is going to help us. First you have to create a table like this. So I have created it. Is it required cost of sales should be like this, or discount on sales should be like this? You can ulta. You can put the discount here and you can put the cost of sales here also. No problem. Second thing. First thing, of course, you have to create a table like this. Second, where the rows and columns are meeting. I think here is where the rows and columns are meeting. This area, either rewrite the same formula one more time. And based on this formula only, this table should be created. So it should be in the table, inside the table. Table work out. So it should be inside this table area. So here, somewhere else here, rewrite the same formula again or refer the formula. ஒன்று அந்த ஃபார்முலாவை திரும்ப எழுதுங்க, இல்லை அந்த ஃபார்முலாவை ரெஃபர் பண்ணுங்க. I think referring is easier instead of rewriting it again. Referring is always better. So let us say equal to refer that. Referring is easier compared to rewriting it again. திரும்ப rewrite பண்ணுறதா இருந்தாலும் பண்ணுங்க, உங்கள் இஷ்டம் தான். But my suggestion is to refer because already I have a formula. Once again, why to write the same formula again? Refer it. Yes. Now, third thing you have to do is, first thing you have to create a table like this. Second thing, refer the column, refer the formula. Third one, you have to decide which data is in row wise, which data is in column wise. Tell me here which is in rows and which is in columns. Discount on sales is in columns. Cost of sales is in rows. Correct? So all are agreeing it or any different? Cost of sales column. Rows columns, still there is a confusion. Still there is a confusion in it. So, எது columns, எது rows basically? A, B, C, D are all? 1, 2, 3 are all? Discount on sales is in column number C. Correct? It is in the column number C. If you want to fill it by column wise, yesterday, fill series. If you want to fill it top to bottom, home tab, fill series. Column wise na enna பண்ணுவோம், மேல இருந்து கீழ வரனா we have to go for column. கரெக்ட்டா? So இப்போ discount எப்படி இருக்கு, மேல இருந்து கீழ தான் இருக்கு. So that means it's in a column wise. Very good. So discount on sales is in column C. Correct? Cost of sales is in row number wise. நான் நேரே சொன்ன theatresல rows இருக்கும். When you build a house, you raise a pillar. That is called as columns. So discount on sales is in columns. Cost of sales is in rows. Clear? Understood? Very good. Now select the entire table along with that formula. And on the formula which then the entire table is going to be filled. Select the data along with that formula. Formula oda சேர்த்து select பண்ணுங்க. Don't select the heading. Heading லாம் பண்ணாத. I send you this is just for our reference. I have given the heading. So normally இந்த மாதிரி merged cells இருக்க கூடாது. So don't select the heading. Select only the data. So we have identified which is in rows and which is in columns. Now go to the data tab. இப்போ data tab க்கு போயிடுங்க. Go to the data tab. Under the data tab. Under the data tab, what if analysis? Of course, உங்களுக்கே தெரிஞ்சிருக்கும் what we are going to use. ஏன்னா அது ஒன்று தான் pending. Almost we did all the two things. Scenario manager முடிச்சாச்சு. Goal seek we have finished. We have to go for data table. Data table. In data table, it's asking only two things. ரெண்டே question தான் உங்களுக்கு. Row input. That means which data is in row wise. சொல்லுங்க. Which data is in row wise? Cost of sales. So select the cell where we have the original cell where we have the cost of sales. Cost of sales தான் row wise ல இருக்கு இங்க டேபிள்ல. அதனால அந்த cost of sales செலக்ட் பண்ணுங்க. நான் அதை பேஸ் பண்ணி தான் இந்த அவுட்புட் ஜெனரேட் ஆகும். Second, column input which is in column wise discount on sales. That's all. A magical feature. Say okay. Your table will be filled automatically. எந்த ஃபார்முலா ஃபங்க்ஷன்ஸ் எதுவுமே டாலர் கீழர் எதுவுமே போட வேணாம். Your table is filled automatically here. Very simple and very easy. I repeat it again. Select the entire data. Go to home tab. Go to data tab. What if analysis? Data table. Decide which is in rows. I think row wise we have cost of sales. Which is in columns? Discount on sales. That's it. How do I know whether my formula is correct? Let me check with this. I think here in my source table, we have 10% is my discount. Cost of sales is 250. So 10%. Cost of sales is 250. Here it is 370. Here 370. Perfect. So the formula is right. Simple and easier. The data table, what if analysis, pivot tables, power pivots, power queries, power BI are all very, very, very easy to learn. Very, very, very easy to use also. Use பண்றதும் ரொம்ப easy, learn பண்றதும் ரொம்ப easy. Similarly, forgetting is also easy. Easy மறந்து போயிடும். Easiest concept you will forget it, correct? டஃப்பான விஷயம் அவங்க மைண்டுக்குள்ள அப்படியே இருக்கும். ஈஸியஸ்ட் கான்செப்ட் வில் ஃபர்கெட். இவ்வளோ ஈஸி தானே, மறந்து போயிடும். ப்ளீஸ் டூ ப்ராக்டிஸ். தயவு செஞ்சு நிறைய ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணுங்க. இஃப் யூ நாட் ப்ராக்டிசிங், ஐ எம் டேம் ஷுர் யூ வில் ஃபர்கெட் தி கான்செப்ட். தட் டூ when you come to the next level. எப்போ எல்லாம் ஈஸியாக வந்துச்சோ அப்போ எல்லாம் ஈஸியாக மறந்து போயிடுவோம். கரெக்டா? ஒரு காலத்தில் எல்லாரோட ஃபோன் நம்பரும் எனக்கு தெரியும். இப்போ என் ஃபோன் நம்பரே யோசிக்கிறேன் சம்டைம்ஸ். What is my mobile number? Because mobile வந்ததுனால we are not storing everything on our mind. We are storing everything on the electronic devices. Same like here. போக போக எல்லாம் ஈஸி ஆகிட்டே வரும். பட் யூ வில் ஃபர்கெட் இட். ப்ளீஸ் டூ. Okay? Got it? Yes.
I'm not getting the option for what if analysis. I selected the table.
Since you have selected 2 sheets at a time, you should not select 2 sheets. Only 1 sheet. Right click and ungroup it. Right click. Now. Control sheet. You want to select 2 sheets at a time. Any problem? All 4 corners. Okay. In an Excel sheet, if you want to hide a column shortcut key. Suppose, and one more thing, this cannot be deleted straight away. For example, if I go here and you can see no formulas is displayed on the top. Cell cursor, there is no formula. It's a table B2, B3. No formulas. Everything is calculated on the background. Like a pivot. Output calculation will be done by Excel on the background. Same thing here. All the calculation Excel is doing on the background, it's giving the output here. So you cannot see the formula here. Unfortunately, if you go for delete, can't change the part of the table. So you cannot delete it. If you want to delete, what we have to do it is select the entire data table. Select. If you don't want it, then press delete, it will get deleted. If you don't want this. So singular delete பண்ண முடியாது because everything is calculated together. Array ன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க இதுக்கு பேர் array. I don't know whether you have seen it in Excel when you write a bigger formulas, there will be some array. The flower bracket ஒன்று வந்திருக்கும். Flower bracket இருக்குனாலே it means it's an array. Array means multiple cells. So you can multiple cells means you cannot select one cells at a time and delete it. You have to select the entire table, then only you can go for delete. Right? Now suppose I want to hide these rows and columns. Columns hiding, we have a shortcut key. Suppose I want to hide this O column, P column. Hiding, select the column. Control 0 is for hiding a column. ஒரு காலத்தை hide பண்றதுக்கு control 0. Unfortunately, no shortcut key for unhiding. Even the last session, these columns are hidden. The columns are hidden. We didn't use the shortcut key. What we did is, we selected both the columns, then right click, unhide. Unhiding, we don't have a shortcut key for columns. Hiding, the shortcut key is 0. But rows, when I suppose I want to hide this rows, select the rows, and we have a shortcut key for hiding the rows. Control 9. Control 9 will hide rows. And hide the rows. Control 9 for hiding rows. Control Shift 9 for unhiding rows. Control 9 is for hiding. Anyway, it's available on the list of shortcut keys. So on the YouTube channel, there is a separate series of videos, only shortcut keys. All the shortcut keys are explained. 12-13 videos with the examples of all the shortcut keys in Excel. The 145 shortcut keys videos are English as well as Tamil also. So now, there are some rows hidden. In the topic here, there are some rows hidden. You can see in the same sheet on the bottom. After row number 25, 39 no. So what is the shortcut key? Select 25 to 39. Then Control Shift 9. Unhide it and fill the table. இந்த டேபிளை நீங்கள் ஃபில் பண்ணணும். எது ரோ வைஸ் எது காலம் வைஸ்ன்னு நீங்கள் டிசைட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. which is row wise, which is column wise, you decide it. 1 minute. Control Shift 9 போயிட்டு hide the rows and unhide the rows and columns. Your output should be similar to this. உங்க output இந்த மாதிரி.
சரி எத்தனை மணிக்கு வச்சோம் சர்வீஸ் பண்ணும் நேற்று எடுக்கும்போது அவன் டம்பர் போட்டு தான் கொடுத்தான் டம்பர் கூட ஷார்ட் பண்ணி கொடுத்தான் அப்புறம் ஷார்ட் பண்ணி கொடுத்தான் ஈவினிங் நான் யூஸ் பண்ண உடனே ஒன்று ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகிடுச்சு காலையில் நைட்டோட காலையில் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகுது தள்ளி ஷார்ட் பண்ணி கொண்டு வந்துட்டு சென்னை நம்ம பார்த்து ஆமா ஜீரோ தான் போட்டு ஃபார்முலா ஃபார்முலா தெரியாம ஈக்குவல் டு
Sorry. So first we have to refer the formula equal to select the profit, select the table, go to data, what if analysis, data table, row input, which is row input here? Sales price. Column input, cost of sales. That's all. So if a sales price எவ்வளவு இருக்கு, cost of sales இருந்தா எவ்வளவு, what will be my profit? So we got the output here. Okay. Let us move on to the sheet number 16. 16th sheet. We have loan amount, we have number of months, we have interest rate. Of course, you would have guessed what are we going to do here. So based on this loan amount and number of month and interest rate, we are going to find out equated monthly installment. We are going to find out equated monthly installment. Of course, nowadays no one is going for 1 lakh loan. 1 lakh loan but still a small example. Okay. What is the formula and function? We have a specific formula and function available to calculate the EMI in Excel. If you have the constant interest rate and constant EMI, constant loan amount, we have a function. That's PMT. PMT calculates the payment for a loan based on the constant payment and constant interest rate. So constant payment and constant interest rate, then we are going to use this PMT. If it is a diminishing interest, PPMT or function diminishing interest rate is PPMT. I think 99% people will go with the constant payment and constant interest rate. So payment PMT, open bracket. First input is rate. Rate of interest. First one the rate. So select the rate of interest. Open bracket inge varudhu parunga. First input is rate. So rate of interest. Select the rate of interest, interest rate. But always the rate of interest will be for per annum. Eniyume rate of interest per annum. Rate of interest bank la enga ponal rate of interest it's per annum. How can I make this as per month? Divided by 12. Comma. NPER. NPER. What is that? NPER is number of periods. What is the period of the loan you are going to pay? 12 months. Select that 12. Select the cell where we have 12. Comma. PV. PV is principal amount or present value. Everyone knows present value. Principal value. Anything principal value? 1 lakh. That's all. FV into the future value. Loan loss say the future level including the interest say 1 lakh, 1,20,000, 30,000, and it will show it here. Now it's not required. We have to calculate only the EMI. Close bracket. It will give you the answer in negative. Negative answer. That means every month you have to pay this. That's why it's showing in negative. It's going out of us, so it shows negative here. So it means every month you have to pay 8,791.59. This is the loan which we have to pay for every month. But I don't like this to be negative. Can I convert it as a positive? Could you tell me how can I convert a negative values into a positive value? Just add a minus before this. I think as per mathematical theory, minus into minus will be plus. This is one method, but there is a problem. Minus into minus na plus. Minus into plus will be minus. That's a problem. So there is a specific function available in Excel called as absolute, ABS. Returns the absolute value of a number without its sign. Open bracket. Close bracket. Absolute. Negative means it will convert that negative into positive. Positive means it will display as the positive. Negative or the positive or positive na positive. So every month we have to pay 8,791.59. This should be our EMI. If you are getting a loan of 1 lakh, if you are paying the loan for 12 months and the interest rate is 10%. Just an example. Okay. What will be the loan amount? if EMI is 7,500. It's not your task, but I want you to try. சொல்லுங்க பார்க்கலாம். What will be the loan amount if EMI is 7,500? என்னால் 7,500 தான் பே பண்ண முடியும். I can pay only 7,500. What will be my EMI? 85,000. I am able to pay only 7,500 per month. What is the EMI I can get?
85,308.
Ask.
Last one, what if?
Goal seek. எல்லாமே இப்போ இந்த சி டைப் மாதிரி சி டைப் வந்துச்சு. மொபைலுக்கும் சி டைப் தான் லேப்டாப் ஐஃபோன் வந்து நீங்க அது தனி அவங்களுடைய தனி செப்பரேட் கிளவுட் அவங்க மாற்றி விட்டுருவாங்க. அதுக்கேற்ற வேற மாதிரி மாற்றி இருக்கா? இல்லையா சார், நான் சி டைப் வருது. Apple want to stand alone always. Let's see.
85 minimum 85,000.
85,000.
In designer.
India design. Made in India.
It's the only country they are using double SIM. They give it double SIM with iOS. I think security wise is good compared to Android. iOS now. Security wise no. Better sir. என்கிட்ட எவ்வளோ ரெஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் பண்ணி பயமா இருக்கு. பேங்க் டிரான்சாக்ஷன் இப்போ பண்றது எல்லாமே இப்போ மொபைல் நம்பி தான் பண்றோம். இல்லை ஈச் அண்ட் எவ்ரி டிரான்சாக்ஷன் அவங்க டிபெண்டிங் ஆன ஒரு மொபைல். பர்ஸ்ல கூட தேவையில்லை, இப்போலாம் மொபைல் இருந்தா போதும். So tell me, how can I do this? Select the cursor, place the cell where we have the EMI, then data, what if analysis, then goal seek, then to value. என்ன கொடுக்கணும்? 7,500. If B4 is 7,000, by changing cell, which cell you want to change? Loan amount. So I can pay only 7,500 per month. What is the loan I can get? 85,309. Round pannina 309. So 85,309 is the loan amount which I can get if I am able to pay at least 7,500 per month. Right. If you want to accept it, you can say okay. If you don't want to accept it, you can click on cancel. Okay. Now, I want you to create a scenario manager. எனக்கு ஒரு scenario manager நீங்க create பண்ண போறீங்க. Scenario report. So create a scenario report which should be like this. எனக்கு output இந்த மாதிரி வரணும். So if what will be the EMI? What will be the EMI? Create a scenario report if the number of month is 12, 24, 36, 48, 60. 12 months இருந்தா எவ்வளோ EMI, 24 இருந்தா எவ்வளோ EMI, 36 இருந்தா what is my EMI, 48 means what is my EMI, 60 means what is my EMI. Create a summary report and show it in a separate sheet like this. கீழே question இருக்கு, மேல output இருக்கு. This is the output which I want and the bottom is my question. So create a scenario for 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, 48 months and 60 months. 12 monthsனா எவ்வளோ இஎம்ஐ வரும்? 24னா what is the EMI I can get? 24, 36, 48 and 60. So based on various months, what is my EMI? Output should be similar to this on the screen level. Yes, sir. So late. Yes. First, tell me, help me here. Place the cursor on number of months. What if analysis? Then scenario manager. Add. So, name you can give your own name. Name itself I am giving 12 months. So that easy understand. 12 months. Or you can give anything. A, B, C, X, Y, Z. Okay. Here we have to give the right value. 12 months. Add. Then I am giving second 4 months. Okay. 24. Add. 36 months. Okay. 36. Add. 48 months. Okay. 48. Final one. Add 60 months. Okay. 60. So we have added 5 scenarios. I want to check it one by one. Double click on 24 months. 24 months now, what is my EMI? 36 months, what is my EMI? 48 months, what is my EMI? 60 months, what is my EMI? But I want it as a report. So what we have to do? Summary, scenario summary. Result cell is the cell where we have EMI. Now EMI is my output. So you have to select. If it is not selected, 99% that will be selected. If it is not selected, select it and I say okay. That's all. On a separate sheet, you will get a report. 12 months means what's my EMI? 24, 36, 48 and 60. So based on various input, we got the output. Now, as I told, don't create more scenario summary. It may slow down your system speed. Time being, I am deleting it. Whenever you want to see the report, you can create it and you can see it. Now, create a data table. A challenge like this, but it's not required. Row wise, column wise, shuffle anything can be in row wise, anything can be in column wise, but the loan amount should start from 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh till 18 lakhs. A number of months is 12, 24, 36, 48, 180 months. You have to create a table like this first. Then you have to fill this table. 12 months 1 lakh, what is my EMI? 24 months 1 lakh, what is my EMI? 36 months 1 lakh, for 2 lakhs, for 3 lakhs, for 4 lakhs, till 18 lakhs. 18 லட்சம் வரைக்கும் வரணும். Month வந்து it should go till 180 months. 180 months வரைக்கும் போகணும். So the table should look like this, and it's not required. Loan should be in this method and column should be in this method. மாத்தி கூட போட்டுக்கோங்க. 12 months எது ஒண்ணா ரோஸ்ல போட்டுங்க, எது ஒண்ணா காலம்ஸ் போட்டுங்க. Your wish. Anything can be in rows, anything can be in columns. It's not required. You have to do it like this. 1 lakh ல இருந்து 1 lakh to 18 lakhs. Month starts from 12 and goes to 180.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
120 வரைக்கும் தான் போட்டுருக்கீங்க. கொஸ்டின் நாங்க பாருங்க சார். ஸ்கிரீன்ல இருக்காங்க சார். Sir.
நாங்க அது மட்டும் நீ காலையில தண்ணி
Okay. First we have to create a table. ஒன்னு drag பண்ணியும் பண்ணலாம், or else 1000, 10,000, 1 lakh. So I typed 1 lakh, then type 2 lakh and drag it. Or else yesterday we have seen this. Home tab, fill, series, columns, step value என்ன கொடுக்கணும்? 1 lakh. Stop value 18 lakhs. That's all. Okay. So 1 lakhs to 18 lakhs is filled. அதே மாதிரி இங்க 12. Go to home, fill, series. Here it should be row wise. இது தெரிஞ்சாலே இதுவே இங்கே சொல்லிட்டு பாரு ரோஸ். அப்போ இந்த டேட்டா ரோ வைஸாக தான் இருக்காங்க. நீங்கள் ரோஸ் தான் செலக்ட் பண்ணணும். ரோஸ், ஸ்டெப் வேல்யூஸ் 12, ஸ்டாப் வேல்யூ 180. Yes, 12, 24, 36 goes till 180. Then second part is equal to, refer the cell. Select the table, select the entire table now and go to data. What if analysis, data table, row input, which is in row wise here. number of months. Column input, loan amount. That's all. So the entire table is filled. Yes. 12, 24, 36, 48. Various months, various loan amount. What will be the EMI? Excellent. One more what if analysis forecasting is available. That is forecast sheet. That's about charts. We will see it in the later part. As of now, I'm parking it out. We'll see this chapter after this. Charts then we'll see this. How to create a forecast sheets. Another very powerful feature. What will be if it is forecasting? Last 10 months the production is like this. What will be the 11th month and 12th month? I want to forecast it. Then we can go for forecast it. We'll see it in the later part. Now let us jump on to our next exercise number 17. Probably next 2-3 hours we are going to spend time on this. Very, very, very powerful and very, very, very important feature. So we have a table, sales territory, in which is region we are all selling, west, north, south, east. Customer segment, we have various types of customers, OEMs, distributors, end user, reseller, retailer. And what is a project, what is a business source, and what is the engagement type. There are some columns available. Sales promotion and logistic demo, support expenses, order value, and contribution. Contribution margin is actually profit margin. This is the profit we are getting for this western region, for this customer segment, for this. We have a table like this. This table is fine. But based on this table, can I take any decision out of it? The answer is no. We cannot take any decision out of this. For example, I want to know which region has more profit margin. In the region, profit, in the contribution, we cannot be able to find it. Or which region has more sales promotions? We cannot find it because it's a simple data. It is a normal, simple data. So we have to convert this data into a decision making tool. In the decision making tool, is the report. We have to convert this into a report. For this, we are going to use the tool, very powerful tool called as pivot. One of a powerful tool, one of a very important tool, one of the unique tool available in Excel. Unique. Why I am saying unique is if you are going to use any other tools other than Microsoft, there are so many tools available in the world. OpenOffice, Star Office, IBM Office, Lotus Note, Google Docs, Kingsoft, LibreOffice, Google Sheets, so many. Out of this is the only powerful tool available in Excel. Where other tool it's not available. So it's available in Microsoft Excel. Pivot. Could you tell me based on how many tables can we create a pivot? Yethana table base which is my base table. Based on how many tables can we create a pivot? Only one. Two we cannot do it. Only one. Based on only one table, we can create a report. But based on two tables, I want to create a report. Normally what we do, we did it in the few minutes before. One data is available. So for example, product data is available in master. I want the rate of this product. So we have to go for XLOOKUP and we have to get it here and we have to do this, which is not required. If the data is available in multiple table, very easily you can connect the multiple table and create a report using a tool called as Power Pivot. Power Pivot, no tool. Next. Excel is having around, yesterday only we have seen that 10 lakh rows and 16,000 columns. Is that sufficient? 10 years before, if you asked it, I would have said more than sufficient. It's more than sufficient. But nowadays, I cannot say it's sufficient because data are accumulating. Lakhs, million, billion, trillions of data. That too, you can have the global data in one area, correct? My entire Elgi data, now we can do it because it's stored online. Clouds, world entire data, we can bring it in one table, which is maybe lakhs and millions and trillions of rows. In that case, Excel cannot handle it. Excel has the handle panna. I don't know whether you have noticed it. Excel over 1 lakh rows or 2 lakh rows, do it and just put a sorting. Just to put a filtering. ஒரு சாட்டு ஒரு ஃபில்டர் போட்டு பாருங்க, சுத்திட்டே இருக்கும். It will hang, it will not work. So I want to transform the data, I have to clean up the data. Daily you are downloading the data. Every day I'm downloading. Every day I will put that download into a particular file. Copy paste லாம் பண்ணாம automatically it has to be consolidated. Automatically it has to be updated. So we are going to transform our data. We have a very powerful tool. 2007 வரைக்கும் இருந்தது. 2010 Microsoft has added this tool called as Power Pivot. Then in 13 they have added one more tool called as Power Query. Add-ins are, these are all the add-ins in 2010 and 13. When you come to 16, 19, 21, 23, 365 it's inbuilt and it's very powerful. Inbuilt and very powerful. When you come for the next level, as I told, I recommend everyone to please start using Power Pivots and Power Queries. I am damn sure if you start using Power Queries, you will never come back to Excel. எக்ஸலுக்கு எதுக்கு வரணும்? ரிப்போர்ட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு மட்டும்தான். கிரியேட் அ சார்ட், கிரியேட் அ ரிப்போர்ட், கிரியேட் அ பிவட், யூ ஷுட் கம் டு எக்ஸல். ரைட்டிங் ஃபார்முலாஸ், ஃபங்க்ஷன்ஸ் அண்ட் எவ்ரி திங், டூ இட் ஹியர், எய்தர் இன் பவர் பிவட்ஸ் ஆர் இன் பவர் queries. இனிமேல் ஃபியூச்சரில் இதுதான் நீங்கள் பண்ணணும். தட் டு யூ ஆர் ஆல் யூசிங் த வெரி லேட்டஸ்ட் வெர்ஷன் ஆஃப் 365. 365 இருந்தோம் இஃப் யூ ஆர் நாட் யூசிங் பவர் பிவட்ஸ் அண்ட் பவர் queriesனா தட்ஸ் அ கிரைம். என்ன ப்ளீஸ் ஸ்டார்ட் யூசிங் தட். Okay, because you have the latest version. If you are using 2016 and 13, you are not using Power Pivots, okay, fine. Very few options are available. But when you come to the latest version, so many features are available. Drag and drop தான் இனிமேல். Everything is going to be drag and drop. No need to write any formulas and functions. XLOOKUP தேவையில்லை, if தேவையில்லை, addition, subtraction, nothing is required. Only one thing is which we cannot do it in Power Queries and Power Pivots is reporting. The reporting எல்லாம் எங்கே பண்ணணும்? Either you create a report in Excel or you create a report in Power BI. One Power BI. Even Power BI is the concept. Through Power Query only the Power BI will work. Through Power Query only we have to work on Excel. In future, don't work on Excel straight away. Work Excel through Power Query. That's Excel or advantage. Have the data in Power Query. Create a report in Excel. Data bar no Power Query. You can create a report in Excel. That's going to be your future. Because lakhs, million, billion, trillions of data Power Query will handle, Excel will not handle. Power Query பத்தி பேச ஆரம்பிச்சுன்னா I can talk for 2 days, so many are there. And we can create a dashboard using a tool. We had a tool, now they have removed it. 2013-16 we had it, now they have removed this tool called as Power View. All these 4 tools consolidated. இந்த 4 டூலையும் consolidate பண்ணி தான் I think now Microsoft has created this tool, that is Power I. What is BI? BI stands for Business Intelligence. 2 I's are very popular nowadays. First 2 I. AI. AI is artificial intelligence. BI is business intelligence. In future, we have to live with this. AI, BI கூட தான் வாழ்ந்தாகணும் இனிமேல் future. BI இல்லைனா at least AI, you have to live with AI only in the near future. AI will not work separately. Human will not work separately. We have to work together. இனிமேல் 2 பேரும் சேர்ந்து வேலை செய்யணும் இனிமேல் ஃபியூச்சரில். ஸோ start using AIs. எல்லாத்துலேயுமே AIs வந்துச்சு இல்லையா? ஆல்மோஸ்ட் எவ்ரி திங் இஸ் AI, ஆர்டிஃபிஷியல் இன்டெலிஜென்ஸ் தான். வெரி குட், ரைட். ஸோ இஃப் யூ வாண்ட் டு லேண்ட் ஹியர், இங்கே நீங்கள் லேண்ட் ஆகணும்னா வாட் இஸ் த பேஸ்? இதுதான் போனோம், பிவட், பவர் குவரி. திஸ் தே ஹவ் ரிமூவ் இட், அதனால் தேவைப்படாது. தென் ஜம்ப் இன் டு பவர் BI. ஆர் வென் யூ கம் ஃபார் அ பவர் BI செஷன், ஐ வில் டீச் திஸ் ஒன்லி. இதை சொல்லிட்டு தான் நான் பவர் BIக்கே வருவேன். Even if you come for a Power BI training. If you already know this, then straight away we will learn Power BI. But anyway, Power BI will work through this. So we will start with pivot now. நம்ம pivot ல start பண்ண போறோம். So we are going to create a pivot. So before creating a pivot, what is the report I am going to do, or what is the report I am going to expect is territory wise, sales territory wise, customer segment wise, this wise. I want to know what is the sum of sales, logistics, support expense, order value. Sum of this Sum of all this for cell territory wise and customer segment wise. இது எல்லாத்தையும் sum பண்ணணும் territory wise and customer segment. That's a report which we are going to create. So from now it's going to be, as I told, in future it's going to be very very easy. You are going to drag and drop everything. இனிமேல் நீங்க drag and dropல தான் வேலை செய்ய போறீங்க. Same thing we are going to do now, dragging and dropping. Before creating a pivot table, 3 important condition, 3 முக்கியமான conditions இருக்கு. Condition number 1, no merged cells. நடுவுல எதுவும் merged cells இருக்கக்கூடாது. Condition number 1. Condition number 2, table should have a heading. கண்டிப்பா உங்க டேபிளுக்கு ஹெட்டிங் இருக்கும். You should have a heading for the table. Condition number 3, heading should be unique. இதுக்கு என்ன மீனிங்? What is the meaning for that? Unique. Repeated heading. ஒரே ஹெட்டிங் ரெண்டு தடவை ரிப்பீட் ஆகிடும். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் சேல்ஸ் டெரிட்டரின்னு அங்கே இருக்கு. சேம் சேல்ஸ் டெரிட்டரி யூ cannot have a heading for another column. Heading should not be repeated. But how can I find this? At least heading இருக்கா இல்லையான்னு கண்டுபிடிச்சிடலாம். That second point, it's very easy. We can find whether we have a heading or not. No merge cells எப்படி கண்டுபிடி? Because I have a very big table, lakhs and lakhs of rows and available. And heading unique இருக்கா? Suppose I have 10,000 columns. எல்லாம் இருக்காது, but still I'm saying, or 100 columns. I want to know whether the heading is repeated or not, which is very big challenge here. Yes, if you are using the old version, it's a very very bigger challenge. But latest version, Excel will help us. Place the cursor on the table, or you cannot place the cursor. You can place the cursor anywhere else also. Go to the tab called as Review. Under the Review tab, it not only checks the merged cells or repeated value. It will check whether whatever you have given some color coding, the conditional formatting போட்டிருக்கீங்க, heading colors போட்டிருக்கீங்க, அதெல்லாம் கரெக்டாக இருக்கா, ஆடியன்ஸ்க்கு அது பார்க்க முடியுமா, ஷீட் நேம்ஸ்லாம் கரெக்டாக கொடுத்துருக்கீங்களா, whether your sheet name is correct. So it will check everything. Go to the Review tab. Check accessibility. Check accessibility. When you click on check accessibility, it will open accessibility assistant. It's also an AI tool. It opens an check accessibility tool and it will check whether your data are correct. Head to head, colorலாம் நல்லா கொடுத்துருக்கீங்களா, color contrastலாம் கரெக்டாக இருக்கா. Yes, both are correct. Media and instruction is also correct. Whether you have the table heading for it, table headingலாம் கரெக்டாக இருக்கா. That's now I told you. Use merged cellsலாம் இல்லாமல் இருக்கா. And whether your sheet names are perfectly aligned. So these are all the things it will check and it will give you the suggestion also. For example, now on manual I close this. Wantedly in some other sheet, maybe I'll go to some other sheet and I'll go to the heading of this table and I am giving a different heading for this table. The heading is the title and I'll put the content, some content like this. So this is heading போட்டிருக்கேன். Color வந்து wantedly I am doing a bad colors. Now I'll go to the Review tab and I click on check accessibility. Yes, when I go here on the top, the color and contrast, you can see it's giving an error. Hard to read that text. And the text படிக்கிறதே கஷ்டமா இருக்கு. So which text? Some other sheet. I don't know. Click here. So இங்க வந்துச்சு பாருங்க. So இந்த ஏரியால தான் நமக்கு படிக்கிறது கஷ்டமா இருக்குன்னு சொல்லு. So it is suggesting try any one of this color. இந்த கலர்ல ஏதாவது ஒன்று ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க, then it will look like it looks good. இப்போ பார்க்கறதுக்கு கொஞ்சம் படிக்கிறதுக்கு பெட்டரா இருக்கும். So you can try with any one of the colors. So it will check the accessibility and it will show you what could be the suggestion for it also. இதுக்கு என்னென்ன சஜஷன், merge cells இருக்கா unmerge பண்ணுங்க, sheet name கரெக்டாக இருந்தால் sheet name கரெக்டாக கொடுங்கன்னு சொல்லி it will access you. இது புது feature, new feature. It will not work in the old version of Excel. And we are using Excel not only for analyzing and reporting. We are using Excel for everything. எல்லாத்துக்குமே எக்ஸல் யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. லெட்டர் ரைட்டிங்லாம் எக்ஸல் யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. நோட்டிங் த ஃபோன் நம்பர், இமெயில் அட்ரஸ்லாம் கூட எக்ஸல் யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், let me take this table. In some table, when you use control end னு ஒரு ஷார்ட்கட் கீ இருக்கு உங்க கீபோர்டில். Some keyboard you have to press control function end because some laptops the end will be on your above F12 இல்லை தனியாக இருக்கும். கண்ட்ரோல் end கொடுத்தா my table is இந்த இது விட்டுருவோமே, வேற ஏதாவது ஒரு ஷீட்டுக்கு போகிறேன், வேற I will go to some table, any other table here, control end. என்னோட டேட்டா எங்கே எண்ட் ஆகுதோ அங்கே தான் என் டேபிள் எண்ட் ஆகணும். வேர் மை டேட்டா இஸ் எண்டிங், த டேபிள் ஷுட் எண்ட் தேர். என் டேட்டா எங்கே எண்ட் ஆகுதோ அங்கே தான் என் டேபிள் எண்ட் ஆகணும். பாருங்கள், ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் எக்ஸசைஸ் நம்பர் 3க்கு போயிட்டேன், ஏன்னா அதில் தான் கொஞ்சம் டேபிள் கம்மியாக இருக்கும். ஸோ இட்ஸ் கரெக்ட்லி எண்டிங் அட் மை டேட்டா. டேட்டா கரெக்டாக எங்கே எண்ட் ஆகுதோ அங்கே தான் எண்ட் ஆகுது, பர்ஃபெக்டாக. பட் கண்ட்ரோல் எண்டு சார் F12க்கு மேலே இருக்கும் சில கீபோர்டில். நவ் வாண்டட்லி சம்டைம்ஸ் இந்த ஷீட்டை நான் ஓப்பன் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கிட்டு சடன்லி ஐ எம் நோட்டிங் டவுன் சம்திங் ஹியர். சாரி, இங்கே ஏதோ போயிட்டு இந்த இடத்துல ஏதோ ஒரு செல்லில் PQR ஏதோ ஒரு செல்லில் ஐ எம் நோட்டிங் இட் டவுன் சம்திங் ஹியர், ஏதோ ஒன்று நோட் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கிட்டேன். ஆஃப்டர் நோட்டிங் இட் டவுன் நான் டெலிட்டும் பண்ணிட்டேன். ஐ நோட்டட் இட் டவுன், ஐ டெலிட்டட் இட் ஆல்சோ. நவ் ஐ எம் கோயிங் டு ப்ரெஸ் கண்ட்ரோல் எண்ட். எங்கே எண்ட் ஆகுது பாருங்க, வேர் இட் இஸ் எண்டிங், இட்ஸ் எண்டிங் அட் காலம் நம்பர் Q. That's a problem here. இந்த மாதிரி now you would have noticed your data is very small but your file size is large. இதெல்லாம் தான் காரணம். Now my table will take A to Q வரைக்கும் டேபிள் எடுத்துக்கும். இது நீங்கள் பவர் பியில் எக்ஸ்போர்ட் பண்ணி பாருங்களேன், Q வரைக்கும் எடுத்துக்கும். ஸோ தட் இஸ் இன்க்ரீசிங் யுவர் ஃபைல் சைஸ், டிக்ரீசிங் யுவர் சிஸ்டம் ஸ்பீடு. சம்டைம்ஸ் ஒரு இடத்துல பார்டர் போட்டு வச்சுருப்பாங்க, அந்த பார்டர்லாம் கூட உங்கள் டேட்டாவை எடுத்துக்கும். ஸோ தீஸ் ஆர் ஆல் த வேரியஸ் ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ். To increase your file size, to increase your efficiency, in old version of Excel, manually you have to do this. ஒவ்வொரு டேபிளாக போய் எங்கேயாவது இருக்கா இல்லையான்னு கண்டுபிடிச்சி பண்ணணும். பட் ஹியர் go to the same review tab, check perform, very new feature. I don't know 2.4ல கொஞ்சம் செக் பண்ணி பாருங்க whether it's working in 2.4 version because it's a very new feature. எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு approximately ஒரு 6 to 7 months before தான் feature வந்தது. So go to the review tab, under review tab click on check performance. So it will check the performance of your system. உங்கள் சிஸ்டமோடைய பர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் எப்படி இருக்குது, தேவையில்லாத ஃபார்மேட்டிங், எக்ஸஸ் ஃபார்மேட்டிங், அன்வான்ட் டேட்டா, அன்வான்ட் ஸ்டைல், லார்ஜ் அண்ட் ஸ்லோ டவுன் யுவர் சிஸ்டம் ஸ்பீட், ஆப்டிமைஸ் இட். தேவையில்லாதெல்லாம் பண்ணியிருப்பீங்க, அதை ஆப்டிமைஸ் பண்ணுங்க. ஆக்சுவலி இன் மை ஷீட்ஸ், ஸோ இங்கே தான் பாருங்கள், என்னோட டேட்டாவில் ஷீட் நம்பர் 2ல் ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்குது, ஷீட் நம்பர் 6ல் ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்குது, ஷீட் நம்பர் 7ல் ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்குது. எங்கே ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்குது, ஷீட் நம்பர் 2வை போய் கிளிக் பண்ணி பார்க்குறேன். ஷீட் நம்பர் 2 அண்ட் கிளிக் ஆன் ஆப்டிமைஸ். ஸோ இங்கே இந்த ஷீட் நம்பர் 2ல் தான் ஏதோ என்டர் பண்ண நினைக்கிறேன், அது எம்டி செல்லில் போய் என்டர் பண்ணி விட்டேன் நான். ஷீட் நம்பர் 2ல் எங்கேயோ பண்ணியிருக்கோம். ஸோ அதை ஆப்டிமைஸ் பண்ணணும். கிளிக் ஆன் இட், ஆப்டிமைஸ். ஆப்டிமைஸ் ஷீட்னாலே ஆப்டிமைஸ் ஆகிடும். அதே மாதிரி ஷீட் நம்பர் 6, ஸோ இங்கே ஏதோ நேற்று ஏதோ டைப் பண்ணி டெலீட் பண்ணேன் அப்புறமா. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி நேற்று கூட ஃபார்முலா போட்டு டெலீட் பண்ண பாருங்க, சரியாக டெலீட் ஆகலை yesterday. Optimize sheet. Sheet number 7ல yesterday we removed duplicates. அதுக்கு எக்ஸ்ட்ராவா சில டேட்டாஸ்லாம் இருக்கு, அதெல்லாம் ஆப்டிமைஸ். ஆர் ஒன் கிளிக் யூ கேன் ஆப்டிமைஸ் எவ்ரிதிங் அட் அ ஸ்ட்ரோக் ஆல்சோ. ஆப்டிமைஸ் ஆல்னு கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா உங்கள் டேபிள் முழுக்க வாட் எவர் த டேட்டா எவ்ரிதிங் வில் பி ஆப்டிமைஸ்டு. நவ் யுவர் சிஸ்டம் வில் ஒர்க் எஃபிஷியன்ட்லி. இப்போ உங்கள் சிஸ்டம் எஃபிஷியண்ட்டாக ஒர்க் ஆகும். அது போய்டும் சார், அதுக்கு ஆப்டிமைஸ் ஆகிடும். நீங்கள் பவர் பியில் எக்ஸ்போர்ட் பண்ணிங்கன்னா வராது, இப்போ வராது. ஆப்டிமைஸ் பண்ணிட்டு அப்புறம் வராது. எண்டு குட்டினா இப்போ வரலாம். க்ளோஸ் பண்ணி ஓப்பன் பண்ணி பார்த்துருங்க, பவர் பியில் போட்டிங்கன்னா. ஏன்னா டெம்பரவரியாக இருக்கும், சேவ் பண்ணி க்ளோஸ் பண்ணி அப்புறம் இது பண்ணிட்டீங்க, இல்லை ரீஓப்பன் பண்ணிங்கன்னா வந்துடும். ஆப்டிமைஸ் பண்ணிங்க. ஸோ ஃப்ரம் டுடே whenever you have completed anything, please optimize your files. ஃப்ரீக்வெண்ட்டாக கூட பண்ணிக்க, அடிக்கடி கூட பண்ணுங்க, ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை. டெய்லி கூட ஆப்டிமைஸ் பண்ணலாம், ஆர் மந்த்லி ஒன்ஸ், வீக்லி ஒன்ஸ் கூட ஆப்டிமைஸ் பண்ணுங்க. இஃப் யூ ஆர் யூசிங் a file regularly, please optimize it so it will increase the efficiency of your system. இந்த ஃபைலோடைய எஃபிஷியன்சியை இம்ப்ரூவ் பண்ணும். வேறு யாருக்காவது அனுப்புறீங்கன்னா பிஃபோர் சென்டிங் இட் டு அதர்ஸ், ப்ளீஸ் ஆப்டிமைஸ் இட் அண்ட் சென்ட் திஸ். பர்ஃபார்மன்ஸும் செக் பண்ணி பாருங்கள், வெதர் கலர்ஸ்லாம் கரெக்ட், ஹெட்டிங்ஸ்லாம் கரெக்டாக இருக்கா. ப்ளீஸ் செக் திஸ் 2 things. ஸோ ப்ளீஸ் டூ திஸ் ஃபார் இன் நியர் ஃபியூச்சர். இனிமேல் எந்த டேட்டா வரனாலும் தயவு செஞ்சு இது ரெண்டுத்தையும் பண்ணிடுங்க. check the accessibility as well. That too, when you are sharing the files to others. உங்கள் ஃபைல்ஸை யாருக்காவது ஷேர் பண்ணிங்கன்னா ப்ளீஸ் டூ திஸ். தயவு செஞ்சு இதை பண்ணிட்டு பண்ணு. ஓகே, விச் இஸ் அ வெரி நியூ ஃபீச்சர். 360 2.4 வருது. பர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் வரல, அக்சசிபிலிட்டி வந்துருக்கும். அக்சசிபிலிட்டி பழைய ஃபீச்சர் தான், பர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் இஸ் அ நியூ ஃபீச்சர். ட்ரை டு அப்கிரேட் இட் இன் அட்லீஸ்ட் டுமாரோ, நாளைக்கு கூட அப்கிரேட் பண்ணிடுங்க. File, when you go to file, account, I don't know, இதுதான் உங்களுடைய அப்டேட் ஆப்ஷன். இதில் எனக்குலாம் ஆட்டோமேட்டிக் அப்டேட் தான், டிசேபிள். உங்களுக்குலாம் டிசேபிள் ஆயிருக்கா இல்லையான்னு தெரியல. இது டிசேபிள் ஆயிருந்துச்சுன்னா யூ ஹாவ் டு இதை எனேபிள், ஆனால் நீங்கள் பண்ண முடியாது. யூ நாட் டு செட் இட் வில் பி ப்ரொடெக்டட் பை யுவர் ஐடி டீம். வெயிட் பண்ணியிருப்போம், அதான் ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக அப்டேட் ஆகிடும். At least 1 month once try to get the update. While you get a பேசி அப்டேட் வாங்கினா ஒன்றும் காஸ்ட் கிடையாது, இட்ஸ் ஃப்ரீ தான். If you are buying Microsoft 365, the update is free. Only thing is you have to update it manually. At least monthly once update ஐடி டீம் கிட்ட இருந்து வாங்கிக்கிங்க. அப்போ தான் you will get new features. இந்த மாதிரி சில புது ஃபீச்சர்ஸ்லாம் வரும். Try to get the update as soon as possible. At least ஒரு 1 month ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கிங்க. Every month starting, every month ending, ஏதாவது எல்லாம் அப்டேட் வாங்கிடுங்க உங்கள் ஐடி டீம் கிட்ட. உங்களுக்கு தான் வேலை அதிகம் போகும். ஓகே, come back to sheet number 17. We'll start this report. We cannot complete it. The start பண்ணுவோம், lunch break அப்புறம் we'll see this. As I told you, it will take at least 3 to 4 hours to see the entire data, entire pivot table. So இப்போ டேபிளில் கர்சர் வச்சுப்போம். So we are going to create a report. I believe all the 3 problems are solved here. And error எதுவும் check accessibility ல பார்க்கும்போது I didn't find any errors. No merged cells, heading லாம் கரெக்டாக இருக்கு. Table is having the heading is unique also. When I check the accessibility, I didn't find any problem in this table. The sheet number 17 ல எதுவும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை. So let us create a table now. Place the cursor on the table. Either place the cursor on the table or select the entire table. ஒன்று டேபிளில் கர்சர் வைங்க, இல்லை என்டையர் டேபிளில் செலக்ட் பண்ணுங்க. யூ நோ ஹவு டு செலக்ட் த என்டையர் டேபிள். Ctrl+Shift+8 or asterisks. Very good, super. Place the cursor on the table and go to the tab called as Insert. Insert என்ற tab குள்ள போயிடுங்க. First option itself here under the insert called as Pivot. If you are 100% sure that you are going to get the data from Excel, Excelல இருந்து தான் டேட்டாவை கெட் பண்ண போறீங்கன்னா, straight away you can go to insert and straight away you can click on the top of the pivot table. Or you are going to get the data from external data source, SAP, ERP, Oracle. அங்கிருந்து டேட்டாவை கொண்டு வர போறோம்னா you can use the external data source. Data modeling ஒன்று இருக்கும், that is graded out. Actually data modeling is power pivoting. The data modelingன்றது தான் power pivoting. If you are using Power BI, இன்னொரு ஆப்ஷன் கூட வந்திருக்கும், Power BI data model கூட இங்க வரும். 4 options will be there. Deactivator also. Sir? Power pivot enabled. Okay. Don't do this. இப்போதைக்கு அது எதுவும் பண்ணிடாதீங்க. Some features may not work. So we are going to get it from Excel table. அதனால either you can click on the top or you can click on the from table or a range. ரெண்டும் ஒன்று தான். So either you can go to insert and click on the pivot table straight away, or go to the arrow mark and click on from table or range, whichever is convenient, whichever is easier. I think both are easier. So let me go to insert pivot table. It's opening a dialog box where 3 options are available. First option is where is your source data. I think source data is automatically selected. If it is not selected, please select it. Select ஆயிருந்தா திரும்ப select பண்ணுங்க. Once again you select the data model. New sheet or existing sheet. Whether you want to create a report on the new sheet or you want to create a report on the existing sheet. As of now, let us go for new sheet. Existing sheet, we'll see it in our next session. Next session la paatruvom. But the challenge is when I click on new sheet and say OK, it automatically creates the report on the new sheet. But when I select the existing sheet and say OK, it will throw an error. Why? You have to select the location. எங்க location. Same sheet இருந்தா you select the location. Different sheet இருந்தா 2 times நீங்க பண்ணணும். Same sheet இருந்தா very simple, you can click here. Suppose I want the report in some other sheet. First select the sheet, then select the location. Sheet select பண்ணி எங்க வேணுன்ற location நீங்க select பண்ணணும். If it is a different sheet. Okay, but now let us go for new sheet. Different sheet, we'll see it in another few minutes. Choose whether you want to analyze the multiple table. இதான் நான் சொன்னீங்க multiple tables. Multiple tables, power pivoting. So as of now, please don't select it. தயவு செஞ்சு இது select பண்ணாதீங்க. Please don't select it. Select பண்ணாதீங்கன்னு சொல்லும் தோணும். So don't do it. Please don't do it. பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா some features may not work. If you are selecting it, some features may not work. So please do not do this. தயவு செஞ்சு அதை டிக் பண்ணாதீங்க as of now. So I'm going to click on OK now here. ஏன்னா புது ஷீட்லேயே பண்ணிடுவோம். Next session we see how to put it into the existing sheet. I will put it onto the new sheet. Okay. Yes. A new sheet was created on the bottom. இங்க பாருங்க sheet. I think you know it. Excel will happen everything before. Excel ல எல்லாமே before conceptல தான் work ஆகும். I don't know whether you know it. Suppose I go to some other, I am inserting a column. Where the column will be inserted? நம்ம C select பண்ணி column insert பண்ணா எங்க insert ஆகும்? C க்கு before. Similarly, when I insert a row also, it will be before. Even dollar use பண்ணீங்கன்னா கூட அது கூட before தான். Everything is before in Excel. Same like a sheet is inserted means it always inserts the before the current sheet. அது before concept தான் Excel பொறுத்தவரைக்கும். Everything is before, after கிடையாது. Everything is before. So after வேணா நீங்க தான் move பண்ணி, you have to move it. So it says inserted a sheet before the current sheet, and this is the area where we are going to construct or build our report. நம்ம ரிப்போர்ட்டை build பண்ண போற இடம் இதுதான். On the right hand side there are 5-6 areas available. I will explain all the 5-6 areas. And second time from yesterday, நேத்துல இருந்து ரெண்டாவது முறையா we are seeing a new change. Could you tell me what is the new change here? Super sir, super, excellent. Contextual tab. 2 contextual tab. 2 contextual tab வந்திருக்கு பாருங்க. Analyze and design. Both are very important. The best பண்ணி தான் we are going to work. From afternoon we are going to see only contextual tabs. இனிமேல் contextual tabல தான் work பண்ண போறோம். After this, all this we are going to work on contextual tab. இனிமேல் ஃபுல்லாவே pivot, power queries, chart, dynamic table, slicers, timelines, spark lines, இதெல்லாம் போட்டாலும் இனிமேல் contextual tab தான். So if the contextual tab is not appearing, that means your cursor is not in the table, your cursor is outside the table. Tableக்கு வெளியில cursor வச்சீங்கன்னா contextual tab வராது. So place the cursor on the table, then only the contextual tab will appear. Similarly, the pivot table fields will appear when you place the cursor. Knowingly, unknowingly, if you have closed it, நான் சொன்ன ஏற்கனவே ஏதாவது புதுசாக வந்தாலே க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிடுவோம். So knowingly, unknowingly, if you have closed this, no problem. We can get it back again. Right click, show field list. Show field list கொடுத்தா it will come back again if you have unknowingly closed it. Okay. Now we are going to create a report. Before creating a report, you should understand some concept. First one, you can see there are some column headings. These are all your column headings available on your Excel table. Excel table இருக்கக்கூடிய column headings தான் இங்க வந்திருக்கு. Second, filter. What is this filter? One feature which is available in Excel, which is not available in Power BI. What if analysis ஒரு feature? Second feature which is available in Excel, which is not available in Power BI. இந்த option Power BI ல கூட கிடையாது. Filter. What is the usage of filter is? You can create a multiple reports. Sorry. You can create multiple reports. Suppose I have 100 customers. 100 customer, I want to create 100 reports, 100 mails. One click, you can create 100 reports. ஒரே clickல 100 reports பண்ணிக்கலாம். Which we are going to do. Second, column label. What is this column label? Column label can be used for comparison of your data. I want to compare last year, this year, last month, this month. What is my comparison? One customer to another customer, one product to another product, one employee to another employee. I want to compare. Then we can go for this column label. Column label எதுக்காக யூஸ் பண்ணா comparison. Don't worry, everything we are going to use it one by one. எல்லாத்தையும் நம்ம பார்க்க போறோம். Then row label. What is this row label? Row label is used for creating a row-wise report. Where the data is more. எங்க data அதிகமா இருக்கோ நம்ம row-wise தான் யூஸ் பண்ண போறோம். Today we are going to start with row-wise. Today we will start with row-wise. Other part we will see one by one. Row-wise means we are going to create a report by rows and normal report. Normal report or anything we have to go for row label now. Sorry. Then sigma values. What is this sigma value? I think you know what is meant by sigma. Sigma is for summarizing. Sigma is for summarizing. Summarize means sum மட்டுமா? Maximum summary நாலே என்ன அர்த்தம்? Anything. It can be average, it can be count, it can be maximum, minimum, percentage. Summarization பண்றோம். அது சம்முன்னு தான் அர்த்தம் கிடையாது. Summary means you can do anything. All type of aggregated formula, statistical formulas. The last one, deferred layout update. What is this deferred layout update is? Suppose you have a huge table, lakhs and lakhs of rows that Power Query இருந்து கொண்டு வரீங்க. பெரிய table. When I drag and drop, it will take 5 minutes to create a report. நீங்க drag பண்ணி wait பண்ணணும். Rotate ஆயிட்டே இருக்கும். Instead of that, we can use this deferred layout update to create a report very faster. நீங்க faster report create பண்றதுக்கு இதை யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். Okay? Clear on this? Just take a note of it. எல்லாத்தையுமே everything we are going to see one by one. Everything we are going to see one by one. Done? Shall we create a report? Right. What is the expectation? What is the report I want is, we want to create a report territory wise, sales territory wise, customer segment wise, sum of all this, sum of sales, promotion, logistic, demo and everything. We are going to do this. So, whichever wise, எதெல்லாம் நான் wise-ன்னு சொல்றேனோ, whichever I'm saying wise, drag and drop it to rows. Whichever I want to total it, drag and drop it to sigma value. Let me do this. I recommend to drag and drop. When I will tell you, just to make a tick mark, because I have seen some people going to the left and making a tick here. Tick பண்ணீங்கன்னா the problem is we don't know where this will land. This may land into filter area, this may land into column label, this may land into row label, this may land into sigma also. எங்க ஒன்னாலும் land ஆகும். So better dragging and dropping. Drag the sales territory and drop it to rows. Yes. East, north, south, west. There are some sales territories. Then customer segment, drag and drop it to rows. Each is zone wise or territory wise or the region wise, we got customer segment wise. Distributor, end user, exports, OEMs and service contracts. Then we want sum of the sale, sum of logistics, sum of support expense, sum of orders and sum of profit or contribution margin. So drag the sales promotion and drop it to sigma. But we have one advantage here. One small advantage is, if you are 100% sure, these columns are in number format, and if you are 100% sure you want a sum, and that column is in number format, no need for dragging and dropping. You can make a check mark on that also. Let us do that. Logistic, I am making a check mark. Support and expenses, I make a check mark. Order value, I make a check mark. Contribution, I make a check mark. If you are 100% sure that this column is in a number format or general format, and you are 100% sure that you are going to get it in a number sum, then no need for dragging and dropping. You can make a tick mark also. It automatically lands into sigma value. Okay. So we have created a small report. Sales territory wise, customer segment wise, what is the sum of sales promotion, sum of logistics, and sum of expenses, sum of orders, and sum of contribution or a profit margin. Okay. Still, it's not over. We have to see furthermore other options in this pivot. So we have just started the very basics of pivot. On an pivot, we are going to create a dashboard, aging analysis, yearly, monthly report, slicers, a timeline. In the evening, at least we have to create one dashboard through Excel. To Excel more or dashboard create panni paathom. Clear? Any questions, doubts, queries on this? How many are already aware of pivot? Solution. I said, are you aware of pivot? I never asked, are you master in pivot? Data model. Data model is multiple tables. That's tick pointing na formulas functions la edha mudiyadhu. Adu data model ku ulla poidum. DAX da edha mudiyum. You cannot write a formulas and functions here. If now we are going to write some formulas. So discount calculate பண்ணுவேன், ரெண்டு column add பண்ணுவேன். That cannot be done if it is a modeling. Modeling na power pivot ku போய்டும். அப்ப நீங்க normal Excel formula la எழுத முடியாது. You have to go with only DAX. So அதனால தான் I told you not to do this now. When you go for power pivots and power query, when you learn DAX up, that's the next level. If you make tick பண்ண வேணாம்னா tick பண்ணனும் தோணும், அதனால தான் வேணாம்னு சொன்னேன். Formulas எழுத முடியாது. We are going to see how to write a formula. Acquisition formula. Here we call it as calculated field. When you go to power pivots and power query, we call it as DAX. DAX input. அதனால அந்த DAX இங்க நமக்கு தெரியாது இல்லையா? I will explain that. No, before level. We will see everything one time. So, many options. We have covered only these two things. Why the sigma values is coming here? I didn't do that. Create a column. Yes, we are getting the total for every column. So, one column for total automatically it has automatically calculated the grand total for us. So, that's why the sigma values will appear. Multiple columns like this will appear automatically. So save this file. Now I will go to the review tab and I check accessibility. இப்போ ஏதோ ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் வந்திருக்கு எனக்கு. இது வரைக்கும் முன்னாடி பார்த்தேன் இந்த pivot table problem. Now I am getting a problem that it says sheet name because ஒரு pivot அந்த ஷீட்டுக்கு மீனிங்ஃபுல்லா ஒரு பேரே கொடுக்கல. sheet 4, sheet 5 which is not a right method. So என்னைக்குமே ஒரு மீனிங்ஃபுல்லா நேம் கொடுங்க. I click on this default name and it's suggesting what is the problem. You have to rename the sheet. Meaningful name for this sheet. என்ன கொடுப்போம்? pivot name போட்டுக்கலாம். நீங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி pivot போட்டு. pivot 1. நான் இன்னும் நிறைய pivot பண்ண போறோம். pivot 1. So still we didn't complete this exercise. இன்னும் நிறைய வேலை இருக்கு இந்த exerciseல. We'll one by one after our lunch break. So lunch break முடிச்சிட்டு வாங்க. pivot ஓட next level we will see. Same 45 minutes like yesterday.